Okay, more faith. More destroying my throat by reading aloud for 3 hours. We all leave the dojo and head back to the house. For the time being, I need to give them all a tour so Saber can select her room. Wait a second. My eyebrows so weird today. Oh, I don't have the toggle on, huh? I guess my eyebrows just be like that today. The Japanese style room. If you head towards the back, you'll find the living room, bathroom, and other communal spaces. Get to the guest house if you walk along the veranda corridors towards the detached side of the house. It's like Tosaka wants us to go. As you walk, I explain where everything is. Not sure if she's even listening, since Saber is just following me without reacting to a single thing.
屋敷の見取りはいいです。それよりシロの部屋はどこなのですか?
I do not need to know the layout of the house. I just need to know where your room is, Shiro. My room is this way. It's pretty far into the house.
では、そちらに案内してください。内密に話があります。
Then please lead me there. There is something I wish to discuss with you privately. Privately? That means it's something she doesn't want Tosaka to hear. I don't think Tosaka would hear us when she's in the detached area of the house, but I can't forget that she's still in this. Just as easily listen in, and besides the veranda is hardly a place to talk about. Here, this is my room.
これがシロの部屋ですか?
This is your room, Shiro? When we step into my room, Saber's eyes widen with surprise. What's wrong? I don't think there's anything around here that should surprise you like that.
いえ、びっくりさせるようなものがないというより、何もないではないですか。本当にここがあなたの部屋なのですか、シロ?
It's like fucking MGS2 when Rose is talking about how Jack's room has nothing in it. Not that there's anything that surprises me. It's more that I am more surprised that there's nothing here. You are certain this is your room? Why would I lie about you? No. Why would I lie to you about that? I only come here to sleep, so it makes sense there's nothing here.
そうですか。意外でした。シロはもっと雑多な人となりだと思っていましたから。
I see. I just did not expect that. I imagined you to be a collector of some sort. Saber steps into the Japanese-style room, running her hand along the wall and sliding paper door feeling touch is gentle, as if contact with these things will let her learn their history, see their memories.
よかった。寂しい部屋ですが、無下に扱われているわけではない。殺風景ですが、ここはここで暖かい場所なのですね。
I'm glad. Your room may seem sparse, but it feels like it's been treated with care. Looks drab, but I can feel the warmth here. Warmth? Well, I guess that's true. Maybe it's how this mansion's been structured. This room is cool during the summer and warm in the winter. My old man also was impressed and said I chose well.
ええ。部屋は持ち主の心象ですから。シロの心の在り方に不安を覚えましたが、これなら今までの印象とそう変わりはしないでしょう。
Yes, the room is a reflection of the owner's personality. The state of this room left me concerned by your disposition. Now my impression of you is as it was previous to coming. Saber sounds relieved. I don't really understand what she's trying to say. What do you want to talk to me privately about?
2つあります。そのどちらもシロと私だけの隠し事にしたいのですが、いいですね。
Two things, both of which I would like to keep between the two of us. Is that alright? Well, if you say so, I don't mind. Please tell me what they are, or else I don't know whether it's good or
ど
bad.
ちらも悪い話です。少なくとも他のマスターには知られたくはない。
Both are bad. At the very least, I do not want any of the other masters known. Saber's expression, I'm guessing this has something to do with our shortcomings. Okay, I think I got the gist of what's on your mind. Go ahead and tell me what it is.
はい。まず一つ目。召喚されたサーバントの最初の義務なのですが、これを果たせないことを許してほしい。
First thing is about a summoned servant's first obligation. I'm afraid I cannot fulfill that obligation, so I'd like to apologize in a servant's first
自
obligation?
身が何者であるかをマスターに告げるというものです。リンから聞いてはいませんか?
Revealing my identity to you. Have you not heard it from Rin? About who you are? Oh, you mean your real name. Servants are heroic spirits. They're heroes who have made a name for themselves throughout history and around the world. Conceal their identities as well as their skills by using class names. Servant's true name isn't something to reveal lightly, but their masters should know. Without knowing their identity, masters won't know a servant's strengths and abilities. Master and servant are one. Pairs simply can't battle effectively if one has something to hide. At least that would be the case if we're talking about a normal master. Knowing Saber's true name won't change the fact that I still can't use her with her full potential. I wasn't all that interested. Okay, that's fine, but why?
私なりに考えた結果です。いかにシローが私の神明を隠そうとしても、シローから知識を奪う術は多くあるでしょう。
Basing this on my own understanding of the situation, in spite of whatever intentions or efforts on your part to protect my true name, there are numerous ways with which an enemy could use Magecraft to rip that knowledge.
シローの魔術抵抗はそう高くありませんから、敵が優れた術者ならば精神介入もたやすい。敵の魔術にかかれば、あなたの意志に反して私の神明が明かされてしまう。
You have little resistance to Magecraft. A skilled mage could easily take advantage of this. If you fall under an enemy spell, you may reveal my true name, entirely against her. Oh, I get it. Yeah, you're right. I'd give it up the moment a spell is cast on me. Let's keep it a secret.
そう言ってもらえると助かります。もっとも、私自身はそう高名なものではありません。バーサーカーに比べれば、数段ランクは落ちるでしょうし、知られたところでどうということはないでしょうが。
I appreciate your understanding. Then again, I'm not as renowned or distinguished as the likes of Berserker anyway. May not make much of a difference, even were my name. Saber's tone is regretful. I didn't quite expect that. She seems to have a human side to her, but she lets show in revealing how she's frustrated she may be inferior to Berserkers. That doesn't matter. An ace up your sleeve's only value isn't that it's concealed. I can tell you're trying to be creative since you ended up as such a terrible master. Besides, don't you think Berserker's kind of unfair anyway? No reason for you to get depressed about it, and from my point of view, you weren't completely inferior to that thing. You were injured pretty bad, you were holding your own.
そうですね。昨夜不覚を取りましたが、傷が癒えれば違った結果になるでしょう。
Maybe you're right. I was caught off guard last night, but once my wounds are fully healed, things will go different. I bet. Okay, that's the first topic. What's the other thing you want to talk about?
ええ、それなのですが、おそらく。これはもう私たちでは解決できないことです。
Yes, about that. I'm afraid this is something we are unable to resolve on our own.
私たちサーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によって体を維持する。だからこそサーバントはマスターを必要とするのですが。
Servants maintain their form with the magical energy their masters supply. That is why a servant requires a master. But because I'm a crap master, I don't have enough magical energy to maintain your body.
違います。たとえ少量でもマスターから魔力が流れてくるのなら問題はないのです。ですが、シローからは全く魔力の提供がありません。本来つながっているはずの霊脈が断線しているのです。
That's not what I'm saying. Even were I to receive only a small amount of magical energy from a master, that would not be a problem. However, as right now, I am not receiving any magical energy from you at all. The ley lines connection we should have is not present. That means that while I'm supposed to be providing Saber with fuel for her engine, so to speak, I'm not. Saber, that means...
シロー自身の欠点ではありません。おそらく召喚時に問題が起きたのでしょう。何らかの不手際があって、本来つながるはずのラインがつながらなかったようです。
Not a shortcoming on your part, something must have happened at the time of my summoning. Some sort of error must have occurred, and the connection that should have formed between us failed to do so. Error during your summoning? Saber was called here. It wasn't any sort of summoning. Just an accident. No wonder Saber's having these issues since she was summoned that way. Hey, then what's going to happen? If you can't replenish magical energy, does that mean you're going to disappear soon?
ええ、私が持つ魔力を使い切れば、この世界にとどまることはできなくなるでしょう。
Yes, once I use up all the magical energy I possess, I will no longer be able to remain in this world.
召喚されてから、すでに3回の戦闘を行いました。
I've already fought 3 battles since I was summoned.
私の治癒能力も蘇生魔術ですから、傷を負えば魔力の消費も早くなる。そうですね。昨夜までで成熟した魔術師10人分の魔力は消費したでしょう。
My healing ability is a type of regeneration magecraft, so I will consume more magical energy whenever I'm injured. My calculations, I must have used about 10 full-fledged mages worth of magical energy last night. Damn. I'm speechless. Every time Saber fights, she loses magical energy. There's no way for her to replace it. Do you use that much magical energy already? How much longer can Saber stay?
分かってもらえましたか、マスター。
Now you understand, Master.
そのため、私は少しでも魔力の消費を抑えなければならない。供給がないのなら、あとは睡眠することで魔力の消費を抑えるしかありません。
Thus, I must avoid using any more magical energy. If I'm unable to supplement my magical energy, the only other method is for me to sleep to reduce the consumption. Sleep. Does sleeping restore magical energy?
わかりません。ですが最低でも眠っている間は魔力を使わない。
Do not know, but at the very least, I will not use any magical energy while sleeping.
ですから、これからできる限りの睡眠を許してほしいのです。常にシロを守ることはできなくなりますが、それも勝利のためと受け入れてほしい。
So I would like you to permit me to sleep as much as possible. I may not be able to protect you all the time, but I hope you do understand so that we may increase our chances. Sign relief. Thank goodness. I'll give her whatever she asks if that's all there is to it. Of course that's okay. Rest all you want if things get rough for you. I'd rather you do that if it'll allow you to stay with me long.
では、今後は頻繁に眠りに入りますが、その間は決して屋敷から離れないように。遠く離れた場所でシロが襲われた場合、私はすぐに駆けつけられない。
And from now on, I will sleep often. During that time, I ask you, do not leave the mansion. I'll not be able to come to your aid if you are attacked while we are.
空間を跳躍するなら話は別ですが、そんな能力を持つサーバントは稀です。
As would be different if I could travel through space and time, but that is a rare ability for servants to have.
もし離れた場所で私を呼ぶのなら、0時のバックアップが必要になります。ですから、できるだけ私から離れないようにしてほしい。
If you're to call me from a distance, you will need to use command spells as backup, so I'd prefer you remain nearby. Much as I would like to, I can't readily agree. I can't imagine life as Saber sticking to by my side all the time. I do have my own life to live. Try, but is that all you need me to do? If you're asleep, you'll...
問題はないでしょう。このようなことはなかったので断言はできませんが、前回も総戦闘数は7回に満たなかった。私が倒さずとも、サーバントはサーバントによって減っていくのですから。
Not be a problem. I cannot be certain since this has never happened before, but I went into battle fewer than 7 times last time. If I do not go out and fight, some of the other servants will dispatch each other. See, so it doesn't mean everyone has to battle everyone else. If all goes well, we can end this war pretty easily. The only people I need to fight are those who start doing things no person should. Can't imagine all 7 would be like that. Even Tosaka, who seems eager to fight, would still abide by the rules of the game. As long as the other 5 masters act humanely, I have no intention of fighting. Saber even said she didn't fight 7 times last time, so this time around... Oh, hold on a minute. Last time, fewer than 7 times. Hold on, Saber, you telling me you were the Saber last time too? I mean, does that mean you participated in the last Holy Grail War too?
私がこの聖杯の争いに参加するのは2度目です。
This is the second time I have participated in this war for the Holy Grail.
その時も私はセーバーでした。中には複数のクラス属性を持つ英霊もいるようですが、私はセーバーにしか該当しません。
I was the Saber last time as well. There are heroic spirits who possess attributes suited to multiple classes, but I only fall under the Saber class. Remember something Tosaka said. He said that out of the 7 servants, Saber is the best one. The girl says that she has been summoned as that class twice in a row. Does that mean last time you stayed until the end?
無論です。前回は今のような制約はありませんでしたから、他のサーバントに遅れを取ることもなかった。
Of course, I did not have any of the constraints I do now last time, so I never fell behind the other servants. Saber says this as if it should be obvious. Your statement forces me to realize something. The sword in my possession now is not something I'm worthy of. I don't deserve it. Damn, then you must be really unsatisfied with someone like me as your master.
私は与えられた役割をこなすだけです。聖杯さえ手に入るのであれば、マスターに不満はありません。
I simply fulfill the duties that have been given to me. As long as I can obtain the Holy Grail, I have no complaints about who my master is. Got it, that's a relief, but she used to be fully prepared and in capable hands, but she's been injured twice already. All because she can't replenish her magical energy. This means she'll constantly have to consider how much magical energy she has left as she fights. Because she needs to fight with all these restrictions in her last battle. She wound up covered in her own blood. The image still haunts my mind. I still see the girl, smaller and slighter than me, being so brutally injured.
シロ、その後悔は余分なことです。
Sure, there's no reason to regret such a thing. Eh? Saber's voice snaps you back to reality.
私も負け知らずだったわけではありません。
It's not that I have never known defeat.
私は勝ちきれなかったからこそ、こうしてあなたのサーバントになっている。傷を負うことには慣れていますから、あなたが悔やむことなどない。
I was not victorious last time, so now I am your servant. I'm accustomed to injury, so there's no call for you to be distressed over my injury. Even if your injuries look like they could be fatal.
剣を取るということは傷つくということです。それはあなたも同じでしょう。私だけが傷つかないという道理はないと思いますが。
Yes, to wield a sword is to be prepared to accept the consequences of doing so. This holds true for you as well. It is unreasonable to expect me to come out of this unscathed. Oh yeah, but so you're saying you don't mind getting
それ
hurt?
が死に至る傷でなければ、死んでしまってはマスターを守れなくなりますから。
As long as the injuries are not fatal. If I die, I will not be able to protect my master. So you don't care if you get injured as long as you protect your master?
それがサーバントの役割ですから。
That is a servant's role.
確かに、リンの言葉は正論ですね。サーバントを人間として扱う必要などない。私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
In this, Rin is absolutely correct. There is no cause to treat servants like humans. We are tools used to protect our master. That is something you must understand. Having said her piece, Saber walks towards the sliding door. There's a room opposite of this room. My room has always been big enough for me, so I never use the adjacent room.
睡眠をとります。夕食時には起きますので、外出するのなら声をかけてください。
I will go to sleep now. I will wake up at dinner time, so please let me know if you're going to step out. Sliding door opens quietly, then slides back shut.
私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。
We are tools used to protect our master.
あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
That is something you must understand. The hell kind of logic is that? It pisses me off. I can't say that out loud, so I just take in Saber's words and stand alone, perplexed. Sit at the edge of the veranda and mindlessly look up at the blue sky. I may not be sleeping during the day like Saber, but I still need rest. I'm not nauseous anymore, but I still feel terrible. Except that all the unexpected things that have happened are weighing heavily on me. Deep breath and look blankly out over the yard. That's about everything I need to know, and I got answers, but I'm no less lost for it. Yet, Tosaka, my senior as a mage, or rather a full-fledged master, is completely nonchalant about the whole situation.
ねえ、余ってるクッションとかない？あと、ビーカーと分度器。
Hey, do you have any extra cushions around? Also beakers and a protractor? Busy scouring the house for stuff. Take any cushions you want from the guest room. Normal house doesn't have beakers or protractors.
は？信じられない。魔術師なら実験用具ぐらい置いておくものよ。
Serious? A mage should always keep experimental tools around. Cleaning loudly, she turns and heads back towards the detached building. Tosaka's really serious about getting herself situated here. The matter of her staying overnight seems to also be settled. Picked into the detached building already, she'd already picked out the best room for herself. She's even put up a sign that read, "Remodeling in progress, do not enter." Fine, I guess it won't be an issue since the detached building is far away enough. Having Saber around already has me on edge, but if Tosaka were close to, there'd be nowhere for me to relax. The detached building is far enough, and even though it's connected by a corridor, it feels like it's a neighboring house. As long as I keep my distance, nothing bad should happen. But I guess we'll see each other during meals. There's only one bath here, so we'll have to decide when each of us will use it. Wait a minute, Saber's a girl too, so... Idiot, what the hell am I thinking? I shake my head violently and slump back onto the floor. With what must be my millionth sigh today, I stare blankly up at the sky. Getting drowsy, must be more tired than I realized. Ah, whatever. Go ahead and close my eyes. Apparently not caring at all works wonders. When I close my eyes, I drift right off to sleep. Next thing I know, the sun has long since set, and Saber and Tosaka and I have gathered around in the living room. I've only just woken up. Saber's already in the living room. Tosaka has just finished remodeling her room. By the way, this is what the guest room looked like a few hours ago. Now,
シロ、あのエアコンどう使うの？
how do I use the AC in here? This is what I saw after being summoned for something so trivial. Even Fujine wouldn't have bothered me with it. That wasn't much of a transformation. I was expecting something crazier. It was transformed into this. I sure know how to pick a teammate. Uncomfortable. My house is playing host to not one, but two invaders. I'm all the more unsettled because I rarely have guests here. Actually, these two don't even look like they belong in the Japanese-style house to begin with. Time is almost 7 o'clock. Everyone's in the living room, but staying quiet and doing nothing isn't really good for my mental well-being. If you two don't mind, I'd want to talk about what we do from here.
ちょっと待って。その前に一つ決めておきたいんだけど、いいかしら？
Just a sec. Before we do that, I want to set one thing straight. Sure, what's that?
何って夕食のことよ。シロ、ずっと一人暮らしだったのよね。
About dinner. Sure, you've been living alone for a while, right? Well, yeah.
なら食事は自分で作ってきたのよね。
Means you've been making your own meals, right? Of course, I'd go hungry if I didn't eat.
さ、なら提案なんだけど、夕食の当番は交代制にしない？
I see,
これ
then
からしばらく一緒に暮らすんだし、その方が助かるでしょ？
I see. Then I have a proposal for you. Why don't we take turns preparing dinner? We're going to be living together for a while, so that'll help, right? You're right. I was thinking of going about my normal routine, but now that you're going to be living here, you'll be like family. You'll be expected to cook, and it'll lift some of the burden.
決まりね。じゃあ今日はシロが当番ってことで。
That's so then. Today it'll be Shiro's turn.
もうこんな時間だし、作戦会議は食べてからにしよう。
Played already, so let's talk about this after we've eaten. What? It's fine if we take turns cooking dinner, but what about breakfast? Are we going to take turns for breakfast too?
ああ、朝はいいのよ。私食べないから。
Don't worry about breakfast. I don't eat breakfast. Don't be ridiculous. You won't grow up big and strong unless you eat breakfast.
余計なお世話よ。人の生活スタイルに口を挟まないでちょうだい。
Mind your own business.
とにかく今日の夕食はシロが作るの。ちゃんとした食べ物を出さないと話なんてしないからね。
Anyway, you're going to make dinner today, and if you don't make something decent, I'm not talking to you. For the life of me, I don't know what set her off, but Tosaka declares me irritated. Fine, I'll make something. Saber, you're gonna eat too, right?
用意してもらえるのでしたらぜひ。食事は重要な活力源ですから。
If you're going to prepare something, then yes. Meals are an important source of energy. Got it. Then you two sit back and behave yourselves. Grab my apron and head to the kitchen. Luckily, there are enough ingredients for a meal for 3. Turned on the rice cooker right when I woke up, so it should be done in about half an hour. I glanced towards Tosaka and Saber from the kitchen. They looked like they would prefer eating Western-style meals over Japanese meals. I seriously doubt Saber would like tofu and natto, so to say nothing of Tosaka. Actually, I don't think Saber would be able to hold chopsticks in the first place. Hesitate for a minute, but there's no point worrying about this. There's only a few dishes I can make with the ingredients I have right now. I have tofu. Think for a moment and decide to make deep-fried tofu. I also decide to make a simple tofu and seaweed soup. Since I have some chicken prepped, I'll use that to make teriyaki chicken as vanilla. Drain the water from the tofu, season the chicken, and cut the daikon into thin strips to make a crunchy salad. I also grate the daikon to make a sauce and saute some pito peppers.
今後の方針は決まっているのですか、リン。
We decided on what to do, Ren?
さあ、情報がないから何とも言えないけど、とりあえずは他のマスターを探し出すことが先決かな。
Not really. I can't say much because I don't have much information, but I think the most important thing to do is find the other masters.
残るマスターはあと4人。こっちがマスターだって知られずに探し出したいけど、さすがにうまくはいかないわよね。
There are 4 more masters. I'd like to search for them without revealing that I'm a master too, but I don't think that's realistic. Tell them because we're on a pretty disturbing topic. They say I'm busy making dinner for the 3 of us. They're not even looking over here. Tosaka, not 4, it's 5. The only masters we know so far are you and me. Shot my contribution from the kitchen, holding a big frying pot to make.
何言ってるのよ。 私とシロ、それにイリアスフィールで3人でしょ。あなたバザーカーのこともう忘れたの？
What are you talking about? We know three. You, me, and that Ilyasville? Did you already forget about Berserker? Oh. Alright, that little girl's also a master. Completely forgotten about her since Berserker left such a vivid impression on me. Now I remember the little girl's a master too. She's tried to kill us without a second's hesitation.
どうせね、あなたのことだからイリアスフィールを敵だって認識してなかったんでしょ。それはいいから調理に専念しなさいってば。シロの実力がわからないと私が困るんだから。
I bet you didn't even consider Ilyasville. Fine. We're just gonna say Illya. We're gonna say Illya from now. Illya is an enemy. Forget about that for now and just concentrate on cooking. We're gonna have a problem if I can't judge how good you are. Don't know that my cooking skills are going to be problematic to Osaka, but she's right. Food prep's pretty much done, so I need to concentrate and finish the dishes.
イリアスフィール、バーサーカーのマスターですね。
Illya, Berserker's
リ
master.
ンは彼女を知っているようでしたが。
Seem to know her, Ren.
まあね、名前ぐらいは知ってる。アインツベルンは何回か聖杯に届きそうになったっていう魔術師の家系だから。
Oh yeah, or I know the name anyway. The Einsburns are a mage family who have been in the Holy Grail a few times.
聖杯戦争には慣れているということですね。
So they are well versed in the Holy Grail War.
でしょうね。他の連中がどうだか知らないけど、イリアスフィールは最大の障害と見て間違いないわ。本来バーサーカーっていうクラスは力の弱い英雄を強化するものよ。
Probably. I don't know about the others, but I can say pretty confidently that Illya is our biggest obstacle. Berserker class is typically used to enhance a weak heal.
理性を代償にして英霊を強くするんだけど、そういった凶暴化した英雄の制御には莫大な魔力を必要とする。
Takes the heroic spirit's sanity in exchange for strengthening. But to control a hero that's turned violent requires a vast amount of magical energy.
例えば、あなたがバーサーカーになったら、
Say, for example, if you became a Berserker class.
このように話をすることもできませんね。協力者としての機能を一切排除し、戦闘能力だけを特化させたのがバーサーカーです。ですが、それは手負いの指示を従えるようなもの。波の魔術師ではまず操れません。
But not be able to communicate with you as I am now, Berserkers are entirely specialized in combat. Totally unable to cooperate with anyone, it would be like attempting to tame a wounded lion. No ordinary major.
でしょうね。そこいらのマイナーな英霊がバーサーカーになった程度でも波のマスターじゃ制御しきれない。
Figures as much an ordinary mage would have a difficult time controlling a berserker even if the heroic spirit was a minor hero.
だっていうのに、イリアスフィールは超一流の英霊を召喚して、そいつをバーサーカーにして完全に支配してた。
Yet Illya summoned an absolutely top tier hero as a berserker and she's managed to control him completely.
悔しいけど、マスターとしての能力は次元違いよ、あの子。
I hate to say this, but this girl's ability as a master is on an entirely different level.
同感です。私たちの透明の問題は、その次元違いの相手に狙われているという現状ですか。
I agree. Our current problem is that we are being targeted by this extraordinary master.
うん。私のアーチャーはまだ戦線に出られるほど回復してない。セイバーはどう？もう傷はいいの？
Right, my archer hasn't recovered to the point where he can return to battle. What about you, Saber? How are your wounds?
通常の戦闘ならば支障はありませんが、バーサーカーを相手にできるほど回復はしていません。
Should be fine for normal battles, but I have not yet recovered to the point where I can go up against Berserk.
バーサーカー戦の傷は完治しているのですが、ランサーから受けた傷には時間がかかるようです。
Wounds I sustained from Berserker have completely healed, but it appears the wounds I received from Lancer will take long.
そう。それじゃあやっぱり当面は様子見をするしかないかな。
I see. Then at this point, we have no choice but to wait and see.
それについては提案が。アーチャーの目は鷹のそれと聞きます。彼には屋敷の周囲を見張ってもらうというのはどうでしょうか。
I have a suggestion. I hear Archer has keen eyes. What do you think of having him keep watch over this house and the surrounding?
そのつもりよ。あいつには屋根で見張りをさせるから、怪しい奴が近寄ってきたらすぐにわかるわ。この屋敷だって侵入者用の結界が張ってあるんだし、守りは万全でしょうね。
I intend to have him do just that. I'll have him keep watch from the roof, so we should know right away if someone suspicious gets in. The house also has a bounded field around it, so we should be good as far as defenses go.
まあバーサーカーに攻め込まれたら逃げるしかないけど。
Oh, shit. Shit. Though if Berserker came to invade this house, our only option would probably be run. Do continue their conversation. I don't like it. I'm the one making dinner for them, so I think it's rude for me to talk for them to talk without me, but besides, Tosaga's too friendly with Saber. Well, I can't really talk to Tosaga so casually like that, so maybe Tosaga's just talking to Saber. See my face reflected in the glass of the kitchen cabinet, my brows furrowed and disappeared. That's weird. Why am I so mad? Okay then. Set out 3 plates and start serving dinner. Head down to the living room. No, this isn't the best topic for dinner. I'd loudly smack the tray down in front of Tosaka.
何怒ってるのよシロ。料理出しぐらいは手伝うべきだった？
Are you so mad, Shiro, or is it because you wanted me to help serve the food? I'm not mad, I just thought you were trying to act aloof around people. Give her a sideways glance. Tosaka seems perplexed. Then she gives me a chilling smile.
協力体制を決めていただけよ。安心なさい。別にあなたのセーバーを取ったりしないから。
We're just deciding on how our partnership is going to work. Don't worry, I'm not going to try to steal your saber. What the? I can tell I'm starting to blush. Tosaka just pointed out why I was so annoyed. Why you?
あら、違った？ならごめんなさい。
I love Ren so much. Look at that little shit. Oh, am I wrong? Then I apologize, Emiya. You say whatever the hell you want. I retreat to the kitchen to grab the rest of the dishes. She really got to me. Tosaka is still smiling and Saber is expressionless as ever. I'm starting to wonder whether I can survive this partnership. So we go ahead and start dinner. Giving her the silent treatment. After what happened earlier, I don't want to talk to Tosaka. I'm too embarrassed to even look at Saber. Saber is in silence. Her movements are elegant. I can't believe she's the same girl who's singing Sword. Can't put a finger on it, but every time she takes a bite out of something she hasn't eaten before, she nods. Music. Seems to be her way of saying the food is good. Also, it turns out she can use chopsticks properly. Tosaka, on the other hand.
よし、これなら勝った。
The moment she takes her first bite, she clenches her fist and says, "Alright, I can do better than this."
明日を見てなさいよ、エミやシロ。
Just you wait and see tomorrow, Shiro Emiya. Tosaka's fist trembles with excitement. Dear God, have I done something bad? Okay, so what were you two discussing earlier? She raised their heads simultaneously. Wait. I already know there's just one of them around, so having two react in unison like that is torture.
さっきの話って何のことよ。
What were we discussing earlier? About what to do from now on. You two were talking about while I was cooking.
まずは他のマスターを探すということですか。
About looking for the other masters? Yeah, that. I'm just wondering if you have a specific plan.
どうするも何も地道に探すしかないでしょ。
Nothing to do other than take it slow and steady.
あ、そうだ。シロ、魔術師の気配ぐらいはわかる？なら話は早いんだけど。
Oh, by the way, can you at least sense other sages? It makes things a lot easier if you could. Can't. I didn't know you were a mage and we've been going to the same school for 2 years.
やっぱりそうなのね。まあそれはいいわ。どうせ他の連中はみんな気配を立ってるだろうし。魔術師の気配からたどる線は無理っぽいもの。
I knew it. Well, that's fine. I'm sure the others are concealing their presence anyway, so searching for them for them that way isn't the best option.
セイバーはどう？サーバントはサーバントを感知できるって言うけど。
What about you, Saber? I hear servants can detect other servants.
多少はできますが、あくまで身近で能力を行使している場合だけです。私では半径200メートルほどしか捉えられません。
I can somewhat. However, that is only if they're using their abilities nearby. In my case, I can only detect other servants in around a 200-meter radius.
なるほどね。じゃあますます相手の出方を待つか、どこかおかしな場所を探すしかない。マスターが何か行動すれば、その痕跡は残るもの。私たちはそれを探り当てるってわけ。
I see, then we really do need to just wait to see if someone makes a move. Or to look for some place that seems odd to us. Master would leave some traces of him behind when they make a move, so we'll have to search for those. Saying we need to search all over town?
いいえ、それはやめた方がいいわ。あっちも網を張ってるから、そんなことしたら一発でマスターだってバレるわよ。
No, we really shouldn't do that. Our opponents have probably set up some sort of net too, so they'll know right away our master.
とりあえずはこっちの体勢が整うまでは後手に回りましょう。
Well, we should hold off on taking initiative until we figure out a plan.
今まで通りに生活してマスターだと悟られないこと。
Live your life the way you've always have and don't let them discover that you're a master.
腕のレイジは他人に見られないように隠しておくこと。
Add the command spell on your hand so they can't see it.
できるだけ人気のないところには行かないこと。
Try not to go anywhere there aren't plenty of people.
日が落ちたらすぐに戻ってくること。
Head home as soon as the sun sets.
あとは
What else?
外出するときはサーバントを連れて行くようにしてください。アーチャーはリンの護衛ができますか？
Just take your servant with you whenever you go outside this house. An archer act as your escort and guard you in?
それぐらいならできるみたいね。霊体にして待機させておくから私は大丈夫よ。問題は
I think he can do that. It shouldn't be a problem for me because I'll have him be in spirit form on stand. The problem is
私のマスターですね。
my master.
そう。ちょっと聞いてるシロ。外出するときはちゃんとセーバーを連れて行きなさいよ。人目につかないようにするのが私たちのルールだけど、中には昼間から襲いかかってくるバカがいるかもしれない。
Exactly. Hey, are you even listening, Shiro? Take Saber with you everywhere you go. You may have decided to not draw attention, but there could still be some idiot who might attack us in broad daylight.
そういう時に備えてセーバーとは一緒にいなさいよね。
Have Saber with you in case that happens. Alright, I'll try. My response is pretty half-hearted. I understand why Tosaka would say that, but I hesitate at the idea of taking Saber. I'm already nervous talking to Tosaka, but Saber makes me even more. Actually, nervous might not be the right word. I'm just bad at talking.
何か？
What is it? Nothing. Hey, do you want a second helping? Hand me your bowl.
いえ、結構です。実に見事な味付けでした。シロ。
No, I'm fine. It was very good, Shiro. Gosh. Avert my gaze without meaning to. Can't even look her in the eye right now. Who knows how I'm going to feel or what I'll do if we're going to be together.
ああ、でもダメか。セイバーは霊体になれないんだから学校までついてこられない。
Oh, this might be hard. Saber can't turn into her spirit form, so she can't follow you to school.
学校？シロは学生なのですか？
School. Are you a student, Shiro? Yeah, I am. Alright, Saber can't go to school because she's not a student. Guess I'll just have to have her stay at home on nights.
学校に行かないということはできないのですか？シロ。
Is it possible for you to not go to school, Shiro? I can't do that. I should live my life like normal, so I need to go to school. Besides, school safe. There's not a lot of places with so many people.
ですが。
But
大丈夫よセイバー。学校には私だっているんだから、もしもの時はフォローするわ。
it'll be okay, Saber. I'll be there too, so I'll back him up if something happens. If I keep saying nothing will happen.
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのでしたら従います。
Understood. If Master says so, I will oblige. Saber doesn't look convinced, but she still nods in agreement. Night falls. Tosaka looks like she's prepared herself a bath while I was cleaning up after dinner. Honestly, she's acting like she owns this place right from the start. I need to make clear who's boss around here, or things are going to be real tough for me in the future. Easier said than done. I get the sense seizing the initiative is going to be really hard. Speaking of difficulties, there's another person who will be a source of my headaches. Actually, Saber's probably my bigger obstacle. Tosaka can be reasoned with, but Saber seems completely impossible to convince no matter what. Saber, I know she's not a bad person, but Saber's back in her room. Tosaka's probably back in her own room in the detached area of the house. I'm the only one in the living room. There's still time before bedtime, so I should probably talk to Saber a bit. Honestly, I'll need to overcome my awkwardness around her, or else I'm going to suffer for it. Whether she's a servant or not, she's still a girl and younger than me. I don't think she's younger than you. Sure, I could learn a lot about her if we talked. Plus, I'll need to get used to her, or Tosaka's never going to stop looking down on me. That's a problem. I don't want that, so I should work on talking to her more casually. Go back to my own room. Room next to mine, separated by a single sliding door is Saber's room. Saber, are you awake?
起きています。何かありましたか、マスター。
I am. Is something the matter, Master? Saber slides the door open. I try to get the hammering of my heart under control as she comes in. Calm down. I'm only going to talk to her as a master.
シロ、顔色が優れませんが、傷が開いたのですか。
Shiro, you do not look well. Has your wound opened up? No, that's not it. I'm feeling a lot better, actually. How are you doing?
はい、問題はありません。今の状態では完治まで時間はかかりますが、このままでも平均値はクリアしていますから。バーサーカー以外の相手ならば互角に渡り合えるでしょう。
I'm fine. It may take some more time to completely heal my current state, but I am still well above average. I should be evenly matched in battle so long as it's not against Berserker. I don't sense any pretension from her. She's simply stating the truth. I don't have any response to give. Saber's words may be encouraging to a master, but I still don't want a delicate-looking girl like her to fight. Boy, she's been kicking ass since you met her. What do you want about? I want to ask something. Don't you have any goals other than fighting? Since you're in the modern world, aren't there things you'd like to do?
他の目的ですか。そのようなことはありませんが、サーバントは戦うためだけに呼び出されたものです。
Other goals? There's nothing else. Servants are summoned to fight. That is all.
それ以外の目的など余分なだけだ。シローの発言はひどく的が外れています。
Anything else is futile. You have raised an irrelevancy. I figured. Trying to tell someone not to fight when it's their only reason for being here. Not that I want to tell her that, but it's just that Saber lacks humanity. That might be enough if fighting is all she's going to do, but she's right in front of me, looking like an actual human being. Doesn't feel right for her to just fight. Saber's going to be here. She should at least do something she enjoys, or it'll all seem like it was in vain. Hey Saber, servants are supposed to be heroic spirits from the past, right? Then, I've been about to ask her what she was like before she became who she is now, but I stopped myself.
私の真名は教えられません。
I'll not tell you my true name. During the day, Saber said that that was going to be a secret between us. So I wouldn't be surprised if Saber refused to tell me anything about her past.
シロ、言いかけてやめるのはよくありません。必要な質問なら答えますが。
Shiro, it is not polite to stop mid-sentence. If the question is important enough, I will answer. No, forget about it. I was just about to ask a dumb question. I avert my eyes to try to change topic. It really was a stupid question. Thought I wasn't interested in Saber's identity, and Saber's refusing to tell me because you have something like this to prove I'm a bad master, dwelling on unimportant. What else can I talk to her about? I can't ask anything about Saber. The only other two topics that'd be even more pointless. Grasping at straws here. If I can't ask about her identity, I'll just have to ask her what Saber likes, what she wants to eat for breakfast tomorrow. I don't care if she's going to look at me funny. I'm ready to ask all the futile questions I want.
シロ、あなたから質問がないのなら、私から尋ねていいでしょうか。
Sure, if you do not have any questions, may I ask something? Yeah, sure. What is it?
昨夜のことです。シロは私を助けようとしてバーサーカーに打ち倒されました。それは覚えていますね。
Last night, you were wounded trying to save me from Berserker's attacks. Do you remember that? Dude, but what? Are you going to keep belittling me like you had to this morning? I get that it was a rash decision on my part, so don't remind me. It makes me feel sick.
それは私も同じです。ですがこれはあなたという人間を知るために聞いておくべきことだと思う。
I feel the same way, but there's something I would like to ask you to help me understand you better as a person.
シロ、あなたはなぜバーサーカーに向かったのです。
Sure, why did you try to go up against Berserker?
近寄ればどうなるか、シロには分からなかったのですか。
Did you not know what would happen if you got close? Well, of course I knew. I knew getting near that thing would definitely be the end. Still, I tried to save Saber, not out of some foolishly optimistic belief I could. Just tried to save her. Didn't care about what would happen afterwards. Saving Saber was my top priority in that moment. If anything, fear of not being able to save Saber was greater than my fear of being killed. Sorry, I forgot why. All happened so fast, so I don't really remember what I was thinking at the time. I was probably just rattled. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made such a suicidal move. Rather than tell her the truth, I'd just say something to try to get myself out of the situation. Probably did it because of how seriously Saber was looking.
つまり、ただ自然に私を助けようとしたのですね。
You did it unwittingly? It wasn't unwitting. I told you I was rattled. Like that happens again, I was sure I would just be quaking.
そうですね。それが正常な人間です。自らの命を無視して他人を助けようとする人間などいない。
Maybe you're right. That is a normal human response. No human would throw away their life to try to save us.
それは英雄と呼ばれた者たちでさえ例外ではないでしょう。
Even those who are later called heroes are no exception.
ですから、そんな人間がいるとしたら、その人物の内面はどこか欠落しています。
Why should I encounter such a person? I know they are lacking.
その欠落を抱えたまま進んでは、待っているのは悲劇だけです。
If that person continued to carry on in that fashion, the only thing awaiting them would be tragic. Deep green eyes are trying to tell me something. Yeah. Get it out, Saber. I told you I was just frazzled. I'm scared to die too, so it's not like I can act like a saint. Something like that happen again, I'm going to prioritize myself over you. I tried to mask my anxiety by just spouting a bunch of heartless crap.
それはよかった。私の思い違いなら問題はないでしょう。ええ。確かにシローは臆病です。道さえ間違えなければ、きっと正しい魔術師になれる。
That is a relief. If this was all a misunderstanding on my part, then there should not be an issue. Yes, you are a coward. As long as you do not choose to follow the wrong path, you should become a proper mage. Do I really look like a coward to you?
ええ、とても。置かれた状況を受け入れるために努力するあたりが特に。そういった賢明さを時に臆病というのです。恐れを知らない者は賢者になれないのと同じですね。
Yes, very much so. Especially when you try your hardest to accept a situation in which you are placed. Do you not know that such prudence is sometimes called cowardice? It is no different than saying that one who does not know fear can never become a wise. He seems relieved. Saber even smiles as she says this. Must be because of how lovely and elegant everything she does is. Can't think of anything else to say, so Saber and I spend the rest of our time alone in my bland room. Then night falls. I did not talk to Saber or Tosaka in the other room, and nothing much happened until it was bedtime. It's 11 now. Lights and thoughts are off, and everyone goes to sleep to prepare for the upcoming day. Can't sleep. Still lying on my side, eyes wide open. It's my room. I should be sleeping, but it feels completely different now. Why can't I? It's quiet, but I hear Saber's breathing in the next room. No, of course I can hear sound coming from the next room if it's quiet, and since I can hear her breathing, I find myself imagining Saber sleeping. Damn it! How the hell can I fall asleep in this situation? I can't just stay in this whole bed of needles situation forever. I stick out of my futon, trying not to wake up Saber up. Thank goodness. I thought Saber would notice, but I guess not. Unless she's a deep sleeper, I question whether she can really protect her master this way. Servants are linked to masters. She'd probably wake up immediately. Tosaka seems to be asleep. Lights in the detached building are out. It's either just a fire or she's naturally adaptable. Because Tosaka managed to blend in here in just a day. I'll say it does help having her. Yeah, she's a handful, but she is helpful. One bit of evidence that is the bandage wrapped around my hand. I had my command spells, huh? I would never have thought to do something if they hadn't informed me. Command spells Master's Bear appears somewhere on their own. Mine appeared on the back of my left hand. Clothes won't work to hide it, so I'll need to use bandages. Winter time, so I'll wear some long sleeves to hide it. Tosaka has hers on the opposite hand from mine, around the middle of her right hand. Oh! Thank you for the follows, Della Scar 59. Really appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Little right hand or somewhere around there. The shape of command spells differ from each master, and I don't think I'll ever see Tosaka's command spell. Silence falls over the shed. This is where Lancer cornered me yesterday, where Saber appeared. The entrance is still open and it's pitch dark inside, as if to repel anyone who might try to enter. This darkness is familiar. I used to play here when I was young, and I feel it to be my real room. It sits slightly under the wintry sky. Step inside. After closing the door to shut out the cold, I turn on the stove. I thought I would take a break today, but I shouldn't. The old man would be rolling in his grave if he knew I skipped my training 2 days ago. Sit down in the middle of the shed and take a deep breath. I should train, no pauses. Magecraft is mental discipline to me, so I shouldn't skimp on my training for no good reason. Breathe in. I begin my training by getting my breathing under control. Usual image pops into my head. Image of the sword just into my empty mind. I try to ignore it and clear my head. As soon as magical energy runs through my body, I begin my usual training. Strengthening Magecraft succeeded for the first time in years when I was attacked by Lancer last night. I need to recreate that same feeling before I forget, or else it would have been for nothing. Trace on. I close my eyes halfway and release the air from my lungs. That's all I can do for now. As I concentrate, everything fades away. The Holy Grail War, Saber, Tosaka. If I allow my thoughts to slide into nothingness, any immature hesitations will fall away and I'll finally get a good night's sleep. We're on day 5 now. February 3rd. Or February 4th. Fate 5. New life. Feel the warm glow of the sun. I wake up, my head hazy to the sensation of the cold air on my cheek. Must be a draft. Huh? I'm in the shed. I get up and shake my head 2-3 times in an effort to wake myself up. Alright, I just fell asleep like this. After my nightly routine, training to fortify my senses, I must have been too lazy to go back to my room. How light it is, it must be just before 6. Crap, I need to get breakfast ready. I pull my blanket up, picking up all the broken shards from my failed strengthening attempts last night, and head back to the house to wash my face. So cold. Now when I step outside the shed, I realize just how chilly it is. Yama is typically warm even in the winter, but the temps here are on the mountainside still get chilly. And I wash my face with ice cold tap water, which finally gets my mind. Alright. Completely awakening. My mind's woken up all the things I'd rather not be thinking about, like my current situation. Alright, I don't have time to putter around washing my face. Face. Time is 5:55. There's a ton to do, but first I need to head back to my room and check on Saber. Yeah, I did leave my room without telling her. I should at least explain myself. I wouldn't want to upset Saber. Running to the shed in the middle of the night is a ritual for me, so I'm sure she'll understand as long as I talked to Saber, then I should start making breakfast. Tosaka said she doesn't eat breakfast, so I just need to make extra for Saber. Oh, I should go buy more ingredients now that I'll be cooking for more people. I should write that down before I forget. Yeah. Huh? I have this nagging feeling that I'm forgetting something really important. Oh crap, it's already 6. I need to hurry or I won't make it. Well, if I can't remember whatever it is, it's probably not important. Probably something important. Slowly open the door. The room is just as I left it. No sign of Saber waking up in the middle of the night and searching my room. Doesn't seem she noticed I snuck out. Oh, that's a letdown. I thought Saber wouldn't notice. But she was just in that deep of sleep because she requires a lot of rest. Right. That's what she meant when she said she needs to sleep often. Sleeping as close to me as possible so she can rush right over something different. If that was the case, it shouldn't make much of a difference as long as I'm in the compound. My own field would detect any enemy intruders. Should be able to defend myself for a moment at least, which should give Saber enough time. The shed has plenty of places for me now. Hey, I don't think I'll get scolded for what I did last week. I would explain myself to Saber, that doesn't seem to be necessary. Besides, I'd hate to wake her up if she's still sleeping. Saber, I'm going to prepare breakfast. I'll make something for you too, but you don't need to get up if you're still sleeping. Come back, so keep resting. After speaking softly to her, I head out of my room quietly. There's nothing in the living room. Open the refrigerator and plan out what I can make for breakfast.
おはよう。朝早いのね、あんた。
Morning, you sure get up early. She is not a morning person. Tosaka walks in, looking obviously cranky. Tosaka, what's going on? Did something happen?
朝はいつもこんなだから気にしないで。
Nothing. I'm always like this in the morning. Don't worry about it. Tosaka staggers through the living room like a drunken ghost. Hey, are you okay? Your eyes don't look right.
だから気にしないでって言ってるでしょ。顔でも洗えば目が覚めるわ。ここからだとどう行くんだっけ？脱衣所って。
He said, don't worry about it. I'll wake up once I wash my face. How do I get to the bathroom again? Take that hallway. If you're just going to wash your face, there's a washroom in the hall near there. Alright, I don't know how much he heard, but Tosaka just waves a hand and walks away. Then, doorbell rings, announcing a guest arrival. Shiro, someone's here. I heard Tosaka's voice from the hallway. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about it. The only people who ever come in at this hour are family. It's gotta be Sakura. She has a spare key, so I don't need to go do it. I was like, I keep telling Sakura she doesn't need to ring the door. Sakura's like family, so she could just come in without bothering about the doorbell. She's always polite enough to ring the doorbell to let me know she's here. I think that's one of the good things about Sakura. But one of these days, she's going to wear herself out from that. Hold on. Sakura is here. Crap! I run through the hallway. Being angry at my own stupidity is going to have to wait. Right now, I need to rush to the entrance and send Sakura home before she runs into Tosaka. It's too late. At the entrance, Tosaka is greeting the guests, even though I didn't ask her to, and Sakura looks surprised. Sakura stands at the entrance as Tosaka is in the hall. Two of them are staring at each other. They are growing tense. Good morning, Miss Mato. Are you surprised to see me here? Tosaka looms in the doorway, appearing to look down at Sakura. Tosaka. Sakura is utterly bewildered. She looks up at Tosaka, fear in her eyes. This is bad. I can't manage to get a word out. Two of them ignore me as they continue to stare at each other. There's no room for me to butt in here. The only thing I can do right now is think how to explain the situation to Sakura before I can come up with a good excuse. Senpai, what is the meaning of this? Sakura looks over to me, almost begging for help. Oh, yeah, it's kind of a long story. Not that complicated. I just started living here. Tosaka's response is extraordinarily blunt. Just cuts me off and gets right to the point. Senpai, is this true? The short answer is yes. Things happen and now Tosaka's going to be staying here for a while. Sorry for not telling you this earlier and sorry you got blindsided the first thing. Please do not apologize. I was certainly surprised, but do not worry about it. But what you said earlier, is that... That's right. This is something Shiro and I agreed on together. The head of the household agreed, so it's pretty much a done deal. You understand what this means, Miss Mato? Understand what? Shouldn't have been taking care of Shiro for a while now, but that won't be necessary now. Rather you not come here for your own good. Sakura looks down and falls silent. And after a chilling silence, I do not know. Huh? Come again? I do not know what you mean, Miss Tosaka. Wait, Sakura, you... Please excuse me. Senpai will be using your kitchen. Sakura bows to me and walks into the house. She heads towards the living room, heading right past Tosaka and flatly ignoring her. What? Tosaka just stands there aghast. I'm no different. I've never seen Sakura act like that, and I don't know what to say. Well, that comes as a surprise, but it isn't the only one. Hey, Tosaka, how did you know Sakura always comes to my house? I never told you she came by to help me out with this housework. Oh, well, I heard rumors that it was just a coincidence. More surprising to me is that she's so energetic and happy here. She's completely different here than when she's at school. Tosaka must be really surprised given how annoyed she sounds. It means Tosaka knows Sakura pretty well at school. Sakura seems to know Tosaka too, and the two of them appear to have a good senior and underclassman relationship. That aside, actually I'm surprised too. I've never seen Sakura so snappy before. Sakura's no different here than when she's at school. I'd say that what we just saw was out of the ordinary.
そうなんだ。まずったわね。さくらがあんなに孤児だとは知らなかったわ。こうなるんなら、シロの口から説明させればよかった。
Okay, well that was bad. I didn't know Sakura was so stubborn. If I'd known, I would have made you explain everything. Obviously. Compared to Osaka's merciless explanation, I would have handled that a lot better. What's done is done. What do you mean this is bad?
そりゃまずいでしょう。これからこの家は戦場になるかもしれないのよ。だから私たち以外の人間を寄せつけないようにってさくらをたしなめたのに、あれじゃあ逆に追い出すのが難しくなったじゃない。
Of course this is bad. The house might turn into a battlefield. I was harsh with Sakura to try and drive her from the house so innocent people like her won't get caught up in this. That's going to be a lot harder to get her out of here. That was you being harsh? I thought you were just bullying her.
そこ。なんかつまんないこと言った今。
Hey, is that slander right here? Just being honest, what should you do about Sakura? At this point, she's not going to leave easy.
そんなのをなんとかするしかないでしょう。で、さくらが来るのは朝だけ？それとも夕食もこき使ってるの？
Well, we have to do something. So did Sakura only come for breakfast? Or do you force her to come for dinner too? Stop trying to make it sound bad. Yeah, she comes every morning, but not as often for dinner.
そう。それじゃあ、これからは毎日になりそうね。
I see. Now she's gonna want to come every night. Huh? Every night for what? In my head in confusion, Tosaka sighs in disbelief. Soon after, Tosaka remains in the living room while Sakura begins preparing breakfast in silence. A little worried about leaving Tosaka and Sakura alone in the same room, but I'm not stupid enough to forget about it. Officially a nano YouTuber now? What does a nano YouTuber mean? I do not know what that is. Hi, Small Rambo. Welcome back. Looks like Sakura's mad about Tosaka being here, so things will just get worse as Saber comes out too. So I decided to explain the situation to Saber. There you have it. One of my Snake Plissken thirst shit posts is spreading like wildfire. Good for you. We love it when shit posts take off randomly. Sakura. Oh, the girl who's here is named Sakura, but she's an ordinary girl. Not a mage or anything, so we can't have her getting dragged into the Holy Grail. If possible, I'd like her to stay away from the house for a while without ever knowing. So, I didn't come here to console her on how to get Sakura away from me. Anyway, Sakura's acting real strange this morning. Tosaka's the reason, but I don't want to upset her. Well, you see, Sakura's surprised because some stranger's here, so she'll get even angrier if she sees you here. Am I being rude or something, Saber?
いいえ、シロの言いたいことはわかります。つまり、私はここで待機していればいいのですね。
Not at all. I understand what you're trying to say, Shiro. You want me to wait here, correct? Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. I'll come back for you right after I see Sakura off. Saber nods quietly. I'm so glad Saber is so understanding. Okay. Worry about what's happening in the living room, so I should hurry back. Shiro. What's up, Saber?
はい。そのようなことを私に説明する必要はありませんが、もう少し落ち着くべきです。先ほどからシロの言動は破綻しているかと。
No obligation to explain yourself in situations like this, but you should calm down a bit. Words and behavior are noticeably disordered. Eh? Am I panicked?
とても。今に戻るのでしたら、その前に気を落ち着けることです。
Yes, you are. If you intend to return to the living room, I suggest you calm yourself before you do so. Saber's advice is given in her usual tone. And breakfast begins as usual, like nothing happened.
どうぞ先輩。登坂先輩もいかがですか？
Here you go, senpai. And would you like some too, Miss Tosaka? Sakura hands me my bowl of rice. She's acting like her usual self. I don't know what happened while I was gone, but the tension between the two seems to have disappeared. At least on the surface.
じゃあお言葉に甘えて。
Okay, I'll take a bowl. Tosaka hesitates a little before accepting a rice bowl. Sakura smiles as she puts down bowls of miso soup, egg omelet, and other dishes on the table. Tosaka watches the table filling up, looking utterly flummoxed. Tosaka, I thought you didn't eat breakfast.
用意されたものは食べるわ。当然の礼儀でしょ、それって。
If someone makes it for me, I'll eat it. It's only polite. Oh, as long as you're okay with it, then let's eat. Sorry I made you get everything ready, Sakura.
いいえ、これが私の仕事ですから気にしないでください。
Please don't worry about it.
私もいただきますね。
Please don't worry about it. This is my job. I'll start eating too.
まったくいい身分だこと。後輩に朝食作らせるなんてどこの王侯貴族なんだか。まあそれはおいおい問い詰めるとして。いただきます。
Lucky you, making your junior classmen prepare breakfast for you. Who died and made you king? You deserve that kind of treatment. I'll grill you about that later. For now, let's eat. Three of us bow politely and begin breakfast. Damn, nobody's talking. I guess the mood isn't that tense, so breakfasts are usually pretty light on conversation. Sakura and I aren't all that talkative, so it's no shock when those are so quiet. Why does breakfast feel so chaotic every day? Wait a minute. Get another nagging feeling.
先輩、お魚の味付け濃かったですか？
Senpai, was the fish too salty for you this morning? That's not it, but I just have this bad feeling, like I'm forgetting something. Could it be? I have to convince myself that's probably not important since I can't remember. I feel like that's a terrible mistake. Gripped by the sense of dread, like I'm ignoring a fatal disease or something. Oh well, I bet it's not that big of a deal. I try to shove the thoughts from my mind as I go back to eating. Just then. Oh no. Morning. Ah, man, I overslept. Fujine comes bursting in. I forgot. How could I have forgotten this? I guess I tried to just forget my problems rather than deal with them. Shiro, food. Fujine situates herself in her normal spot. Good morning, Fujimura-sensei. To greet her in unison. Here you go, Miss Fujimura. It's not much, but please dig in. Sakura hands her a rice bowl with her usual smile. Fujine takes the bowl and tilts her head in confusion. She senses something strange but doesn't know what exactly it is. Fujine quietly chews her food. After finishing a whole bowl of rice, she leans over to whisper in my ear. Hey Shiro, why is Tosaka here? He's gonna stay here for a while starting today. Stick to the facts. Oh, Tosaka does some pretty weird stuff. Yeah, she's a strange one. The way she is at school, she's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, so she's gonna be spending the night here from today on? Fujine seems to accept this and takes a big gulp of her miso soup. What do you mean staying with you? The table suddenly flips violently. Luckily, Sakura is sitting out of the path of flying food while Tosaka had already moved away, apparently predicting what was about to happen. So I'm the only one who ended up splattered. Yeah, that's hot. What the hell, Fujine? Don't you realize there's hot miso soup, piping hot rice, and scorching meatballs in a pot? Firm even spilled those on me. Hey, why are we having a food from a hot pot for breakfast anyway? Shut your mouth. What are you thinking, Shiro? What are you hoping to be, the protagonist of a rom-com? Then girls stay over at your house? But I can't laugh at a joke this sick. I wasn't trying to make you laugh. Ow, this really stings. I'm actually getting burned here. Sakura, get me a towel. Here you go. I've got you a cold, wet towel, Senpai. Thanks. Whoa, I just found a chicken meatball on my shirt. It's freaking hot.
あんた本気でそんなこと言ってるの？
Forget the towel. You'll need to explain yourself, Shiro. This isn't some sick joke, is it? Of course not. You know I don't like to kid around about these things, right? Anyway, Tosaka is staying here. Explain all you want, but it's already been decided, so there's not much point.
そんなの大却下。何のつもりか知らないけど、ダメに決まってるでしょ。同い年の女の子と一緒に暮らすなんて、そんなのお姉ちゃん許しません。
Objection! I don't know what your intention is, but I can't allow it. Big sister will not allow you to live with a girl under your roof. Fujine roars. Oh, that went about how I expected. Fujine is my guardian. She's also a school teacher. I don't think I'm getting out of this situation with 100 racks with a Vermilion sword or even 100 cuts from her. Unfortunately, I have to find a way to live with this. You just like this go, I'm not going to do anything wrong. Tosaka and I are in that kind of relationship. Just, we kind of ended up in this situation by accident. I'm letting her use one of the rooms. Shut up! I will not allow it! I won't allow her to stay. I don't know what's going on with Tosaka, but send her home. Stat! She's not even willing to listen. Bad. I guess she's not as easy to convince as I thought.
先生、下宿は許しませんとおっしゃいますけど、私はすでに一泊してしまったのですが。
Fujimura, say you do not approve of me staying here, but I already stayed over last night. Tosaka is so casual about how she puts it. Her words seemed to be like cold water dumped over Fujine's head. Come again?
ですから、昨日泊めさせていただいたんです。
Like I said, Emiya let me stay over last night.
いいえ、正確には土曜の夜からお邪魔していますから、2泊でした。今は別棟の客間を借りて荷物も運んであります。
Well, actually, I've been here since Saturday evening, so I've technically stayed over 2 nights already. Right now, I'm staying in one of the guest rooms in the outpost. My luggage is already there.
どうでしょう先生。客観的に見て、私はもう下宿している状況なのですが。
What do you think, Miss Fujimura? I'm already staying here at this point. The color drains from Fujine's face. How dare you? Did you not even consider how Kiritsugu would have reacted if he was around? Well, he would have thought my old man would have definitely been happy about it. Something about a man's worth or whatever. Oh. I can't even argue that Kiritsugu was definitely a ladies' man. I get it. So he passed his bad habits down to you, Shiro, you goddamn idiot. Fujine grabs my collar and shakes me. Well, my old man did always teach me to protect girls. Not as chivalrous as my old man was, but I still agree. Even so. Well, you want me to help you out? Guys have it pretty tough, though, because my chivalrous upbringing. I do have to keep in mind that, cold-hearted as she is, Rin is still a girl. I beg of you, I can't get out of this myself. I need your silver tongue here. I nod in Tosaga's direction while Fujine shakes me. Okay, I'll make this quick.
藤村先生、エミヤ君を振っても出るのは悲鳴だけですから、そのあたりでやめてあげてください。それに、下手をすると朝ごはんまで出てきかねません。
Miss Fujimura, the only thing you'll be getting from shaking Emiya is a weak squeak. Please stop. If you keep it up, you might even shake the breakfast out of them.
何よ、遠坂さん。そんな真面目な顔したって怖くないんだから。教師として、何より四郎の教育係として、遠坂さんの下宿は認めません。
If you think that look on your face is going to scare me, you got another thing coming, Tosaka. I'm an educator and Shiro's instructor, so I'll never approve of you staying over at this house. Fujine takes her hands off me and turns her towards. Must be her feral instincts kicking in. She must have thought Tosaka would pounce on her if she kept her full attention on me.
それはなぜでしょうか。うちの学校には下宿している生徒も少なくありません。生徒の自主性を伸ばすのが我が校の方針ではありませんでしたか？
Alright, there are plenty of students in our school who live in boarding houses. Isn't developing and nurturing students' independence part of our school's mission?
何 しいこと言ったってダメなんだから。大体ですね、こんなところに下宿したって自主性なんて芽生えません。
Don't try to lean on fancy words and intimidate me. Besides, using this place like a boarding house isn't going to nurture your
ご
independence.
飯は勝手に出てくる、いつも綺麗、お風呂は勝手に沸いてるっていう夢のようなお家なんだから。こここんなところに居候してたら堕落しきっちゃうわよ、遠坂さん。
Place is practically a dream house, with food always magically being served to you, practically sparkling clean. The bath always full of warm water. Staying here will just spoil you. Fujine. It hardly seems appropriate coming from a teacher.
それにね、原則として下宿していい生徒は家が遠い生徒だけよ。遠坂さんのお家、確かにここより遠いけど登校できない場所じゃないでしょう。さくらちゃんだってあっちから通ってるんだから、下宿する必要なんてありません。
Besides, students who live far away are the only ones who typically live in boarding houses. Your house, while it's further than here, is still close enough to commute. Even Sakura commutes from your side of the neighborhood, so there's no need for you to stay here, boarding house or not.
それが今うちは全面的な改装を行っているんです。
Well, you see, my house is currently undergoing a major renovation.
古い建物ですから、そこかしこにガタが来てしまっていて、改装が終わるまではホテルで暮らそうと考えていたのですが、偶然通りかかってエミヤ君に相談したところ、それはお金がもったいないからうちを使えばいいと言ってくれたんです。
She lies as easily as she breathes. It's an old building, so a lot of places are practically falling apart. I was thinking of staying in the hotel until the renovations were finished, but I ran into Annie and told him about myself. Mentioned that it would be a waste of money and offered to let me stay.
それは確かに白っぽい発言ね。
That does sound like something Shiro would say.
はい、あまり面識のないエミヤ君からの提案には驚いたのですが、確かにホテル暮らしなんてもったいないし、何より学生らしくありません。それなら学友であるエミヤ君のお家にご厄介になった方が勉強になると思ったのです。
Yes, I was surprised by his offer since I already know him, but living in a hotel really would be a waste of money. That would be especially unstudent-like of me, so I thought it would be more beneficial and educational for me to stay at Emiya's house instead. Fujine groans. Tosaka's answers and mannerism are textbook. There's no room for Fujine, the teacher that she is, to object.
話はわかりました。けど、それでも問題はあるでしょう。遠坂さんと四郎は女の子と男の子なんだから、一つ屋根の下で暮らすというのはどうかと思うわ。
I understand now, but there's still one issue. You and Shiro are the opposite sex, and I still don't love the idea of you two of you staying under the same roof.
どうかとはどんなことでしょうか、先生。
What are you concerned about, Miss Fujimura?
だからね、遠坂さん美人だし、シロもなんだかんだって男の子だし、間違いがあったら嫌だなって。
Well, you know, you're pretty, and Shiro's a guy, so I won't want anything inappropriate to happen. She's off with, what, Hercules, whatever his name is? Being murder child. You're pretty and Shiro's a guy, da, da, da.
何も間違いはありません。私の部屋は別棟の隅。エミヤ君の部屋は蔵の近くにある和室です。距離にしてみれば20メートル以上離れているじゃないですか。ここまで離れていれば何も問題はないと思いますが。
It should not be an issue. My room is at the far end of the outbuilding, while Emiya's room is in the Japanese style room near the shed. Our rooms are about 20 meters away, and the distance shouldn't really create any issue.
別棟には鍵もかかるし、違う家みたいなものだけど。
Well, the outbuilding does lock from the inside, and it's like a separate house.
でしょ？それとも藤村先生はエミヤ君を信用していないとでも？先ほど先生はエミヤ君の教育係だとおっしゃいました。ならエミヤ君がどのような性格かは私より藤村先生の方がご存知だと思います。
What the worst thing is when you sneeze right after drinking milk. I'm lactose intolerant, so I never drink milk, so I never had to deal with milk sneeze. That does sound awful. Do you not trust Emiya? You mentioned that you're Shiro's instructor. That would mean you know him better than I do. Say is the type of character who might do something like that. I may need to reconsider something.
失礼ね。シロはちゃんとしてるもん。絶対女の子を泣かせるような子じゃないんだから。
Feels so nasty. I can imagine. Don't be silly. Shiro's an upright gentleman. He would never make a girl cry.
なら安心でしょ。私もエミヤ君を信用していますから。ここなら安心して下宿できると思ったのです。
There's nothing to worry about. I believe I can stay here without needing to worry because I trust Emiya too. You see, I am lactose intolerant, but I will make myself suffer for some good chocolate milk. Chocolate milk and ice cream are two of the world's greatest things. And they are very painful, but they are worth it. Fujine starts losing steam. Check and mate Tosaka. There are a few things Fujine could have responded to, but I'm sure Tosaka would have had no trouble talking away at it. Hey, it looks like Tosaka has officially gained citizenship in this house. Then breakfast ends. Suspected, Fujine gave up after Tosaka talked her down. In the end, we agreed to keep our living arrangements a secret at school while Fujine would supervise us. That decided, Fujine got really excited knowing that there were going to be more people in the house, and she left for school in a good mood. After breakfast ended, I called out to Saber before I leave for school. Saber, calm as always, says, follow Rin's directions at school. Please seek me out if you are ever in danger. That's how I will know my master is in a dire situation. She returns to her room. Time to go to school.
それじゃあ行きましょうか。この辺りの道は不慣れなんだから、学校までの近道ぐらい教えてよね。
Let's get going. I don't know this area very well, so maybe you can show me some shortcuts to school. Tosaka is in her school uniform, staying next to me. My image of her as an honor student is fading, but she still makes me nervous when I see her. Going to school with the prettiest girl is nerve-wracking enough, but on top of that, Senpai, I finished locking up the house. Sakura's coming with me too. Sakura typically goes to school with Fujine because she's a member of the Kyoto Club. This morning, Sakura stayed put in the living room, helped clean up after breakfast and waited for me.
Nani? Sakura ni kagi mo taseteru no? Shiro tte ba.
Did you give Sakura a key to your house, Shiro? I did. Sakura's never done anything bad, and she's been a big help to me after all this time. With all that in mind, I can't give you a spare key, but that won't bother you, right?
それは構わないけど、どういう意味よそれ?
Don't mind. Well, that's supposed to mean. Too bad stuff. You probably don't even need a key anyway. I'm not foolish enough to make something so unnecessary.
ああ、そうですか。ええ、シロの言う通り、これっぽっちもいらないわよ、そんなもの。
Oh, is that so? Fine, you're right. I won't need something like that anyway. Tosaka turns her head, huffing. Maybe I'm just getting used to her, but I'm starting to find these mannerisms of hers fascinating. Huh? What's wrong, Sakura? If you're done locking up, let's go. We got Tosaka this morning too, so I want to get to school as early as possible. Yes, you're right. We should go if you insist. Sakura's reply is pretty unenthusiastic, and she trails behind us. This isn't good. Sakura seemed down ever since Tosaka convinced Fujine to hold back. To back off. Fujine might have consented, but I have a feeling Sakura is influenced. Probably need to talk to her. I should find a way to give these two times to get along and be friends. Club Road is packed with students. It's 7:30, which is the busiest time for students getting to school. Among the flock of students, I stand out, and I can feel everyone stares since I'm in pretty famous company. Maybe she's forgot something. Tosaka seems been quiet this entire time. What's wrong, Tosaka? You've been acting weird ever since you reached the hill. Am I acting odd this morning? No, you're not odd, but your behavior is. Senpai, that's contradictory. I do not believe that was what Miss Tosaka was asking. Huh? What was Tosaka asking?
りから見られているから、どこか自分の姿がおかしいのではと思ってるんですよね。
Everyone is staring at Miss Tosaka, so she was worried that there was something wrong with her appearance. Isn't that right?
そうだけど、やっぱりさくらから見ても変？
Yeah, do I look weird to you too,
お
Sakura?
かしいな。今朝は眠いながらもちゃんとブローしたし、制服だってシワ一つないと思うんだけど、やっぱり慣れない家で寝たもんだから目にクマでもできてるってわけ？
Weird. I may have been sleepy this morning, but I still blow dried my hair, and I don't think there's a single wrinkle in my uniform. Maybe I have bags under my eyes because I slept in a new unfamiliar place last night. What are you yelling at me for? It's not my fault you couldn't sleep, and even if that's why you got bags under your eyes, it's no big deal. Just forget it.
何失礼なこと言ってるのよ。女ってのは生まれた時から自分の身だしなみを気にするものなの。
How dare you? Girls care about their appearance from the moment they're born.
ああもう、今まで外見だけは完璧でいいよって作ろうってきたのに、それも今日でおしまいってことかしらね。
I always tried so hard to look perfect, at least on the outside, but I guess my streak ends today. Again, why are you yelling at me? I don't know what's going on here, Tosaka, but it's definitely not my fault. Take your frustrations out on someone or something.
違いますよ、遠坂先輩。先輩は今日も綺麗です。
Please do not worry, Miss Tosaka. You're as beautiful today as always.
みんなが遠坂先輩を見ているのは私たちと一緒だからです。先輩、今まで誰かと同行したことなんてなかったから。
Everyone's staring at you because you're with us, since you never come to school with anyone before.
何？その程度のことでこんな扱い受けるわけ？侮れないわね。10年も通ってれば学校なんてマスターしたつもりでいたけど、謎はまだ残ってたわけか。
That's why I'm being treated like this. I'm not insulted, but I thought I'd figured out how school works after 10 minutes. Guess there's still some mysteries left at school for me. Tosaka ponders this seriously. Hold on, what kind of person ignores someone telling them they're as beautiful as always? You really don't get it, do you? Of course people will notice if you come to school with someone, especially if that person is a guy.
ですね。けど遠坂先輩、そういうの気にしない人なんです。だから今まで浮いた話一つなかったんですよ。
Exactly, but Miss Tosaka really doesn't care about that kind of thing. But there have never been any romantic rumors. Huh? That's good to know. That means there's only been one victim who was taken in by her parents and suffered the consequences. As for that part, Sakura, as we walk a bit behind Tosaka, who still looks puzzled. Walk through the school gates, stairs following us the whole way. I only need to endure this. Oh, gnat. Ugh. Hate them. I only need to endure the stairs a little longer since we will all separate once we get to the school.
朝から頭痛いのがやってきちゃってまあ。
I'm not really not up to seeing the source of my headache first thing in the morning. Tosaka mutters to herself as we head towards campus. Following Tosaka's gaze, I see a familiar face pushing his way through the crowded street.
Sakura!
Sakura! Oh, it's my brother. Sakura shivers at the sight of him. Shinji acts like he doesn't see us, instead he makes a beeline for Sakura himself.
どうして道場に来ないんだお前僕に断りもなく休むなんて何様なわけ
Why didn't you come to the dojo? Who do you think you are, taking a day off without telling me? Shinji raises his hand instinctively. Yo, Shinji, working hard first thing in the morning, huh? Grab his hand and greet him.
エミヤ
Mia.
お前そうかまたエミヤのうちに行ってたのかさくら
Can we just beat the shit out of this guy already? I hate him. Where's Berserker to beat the shit out of this guy? That's what we need. You're at Amiya's house again, Sakura.
先輩のところにお手伝いに行っていました。けどそれは。
Yes, I went to help Senpai, but that's...
後輩としての義務だってまったく泥臭いなお前は勝手に怪我したやつなんて構うことないだろいいからお前は僕の言う通りにしてればいいんだよ
That's it. That's it. That it's your duty as his junior to do that. That's such bullshit. You have no responsibility to help a guy who hurt himself. Your job is listening. See how says he lowers his hand. No reason to hold on to his hand as if he's not going to hit Sakura, so I let it go.
しかしなんだね そこまでうちの邪魔して楽しいわけエミヤ。さくらは弓道部の部員なんだからさ、無理やり朝練をサボらせるような真似しないでくれないかな。
Take some kind of sick pleasure in getting in our way, Emiya. Sakura's a member of the Kyoto Club, so stop forcing her to do shit for you. That makes her skip practice, okay? I don't have a response to that. Having Sakura come to my place to make breakfast does hold her up in the morning.
そんなことありません。私は好きで先輩のお手伝いをしているだけです。兄さん、今のは言い過ぎなんじゃないですか？
That's not true. I help Senpai out because I want to. I think you're going a bit too far, brother.
言い過ぎだって？それはお前の方だよ、さくら。エミヤが一人住まいだからなんだって言うんだ。別に一人でいいって言うんだからさ、一人にしてやればいいんだよ。エミヤみたいなのはそっちの方が居心地がいいんだからさ。
Too far. That's my line, Sakura. So what if Emiya lives alone? If he says he's fine alone, then you can just leave him. Bet Emiya's more relaxed that way.
兄さん、
That's a...
今のはひどいよ。
That's a terrible thing to say.
まあいい。今日でエミヤの家に行くのはやめろよ、さくら。僕が来いって言ったのに部活に来なかったんだ。そのくらいの罰は受ける覚悟があったんだろ。
Fine, but no more going to Emiya's house from now on. You didn't come to practice even though I told you to, so you should be ready for some punishment. Sakura gasps and freezes. She tries to grab Sakura and pull her away, but the instant he does...
おはよう、マトウ君。黙って聞いていたんだけど、なかなか面白い話だったわ、今の。
Morning, Mato. I thought I'd just listen and not get involved, but that's quite the conversation you're having.
父さか。お前、なんでさくらといるんだよ。
Eh? Tosaka, why are you with Sakura?
別に意外でも何でもないでしょう。
Shouldn't be that big of a surprise.
さくらさんはエミヤ君と知り合い、私はエミヤ君と知り合い。だから今朝は3人で一緒に登校してきたんだけど、気づかなかった？
Sakura is Emiya's friend, and I'm an acquaintance of Emiya. That's why the three of us walked to school together this morning. Not notice?
エミヤと知り合い。
You know Emiya?
ええ、きっとこれからも一緒に学校に来て、一緒に下校するぐらいの知り合い。だから、さくらさんとも付き合っていこうかなって思ってるわ。
That's right. As a matter of fact, we're good enough friends that we might keep going home and coming to school together. So I'm considering being friends with Sakura too.
エミヤとだって。
Emiya? Shinji glares at me. Might be my imagination, but I feel murderous intent from him that goes way beyond just animosity. Well, I haven't really been getting along with Shinji lately. I don't remember him doing anything to make him...
そんなバカな。冗談がきついな、父さかは。君がエミヤなんかと付き合うわけないじゃないか。
Don't be ridiculous. This is a bad joke, Tosaka. There's no way you would hang around a guy like Emiya.
ああ、そうか。君、勘違いしてるんだろう。そりゃ確かに、ちょっと前までエミヤとは友達だったけど、今は違うんだ。もうエミヤと僕は無関係だから、あまりメリットはないんだぜ。
This guy needs to get his ass beat so fucking hard. I hate him. I hate him. I know, you probably got it all wrong. Yeah, sure, I was friends with Emiya before, but we're not anymore. Emiya and I are long since done being friends, so you don't gain anything by being friends.
そうなの？よかった。それを聞いて安心したわ。あなたのことなんてちっとも興味がなかったから。
That so? Well, that's a relief, since I never had the slightest interest in you. Whoa there. I feel bad for Shinji. If I were in his shoes, Tosaka's words would be traumatic enough. I probably wouldn't recover for a good while.
お前、
Why, you?
それとマトウ君、さっきの話だけど、弓道部の朝練は自主参加のはずよ。欠席の許可が必要だなんて話は聞いてないわ。そんな規則、私はもちろん、綾子や藤村先生も聞いてないでしょうね。
Oh, by the way, Mato, about your conversations earlier. I thought morning practices for Kyoto Club were voluntary. I never heard that you needed permission to be absent. I'm sure this would be news to Miss Fujimura and Ayako as well.
うるさいな。兄貴が妹に何をしようが勝手だろう。いちいち人の家の事情に首を突っ込むな。
Shut up. It's none of your business what an older brother tells his little sister. Don't poke your nose in our family affairs.
え、それは同感ね。だからあなたもエミヤ君の家のことをあれこれ言うのは筋違いじゃない？まったく、こんな朝から校庭で騒がしいわよ、マト君。
Oh, I completely agree. That's why you shouldn't have anything to say about Emiya's house either. Honestly, you've got some nerve causing it to seem like it's so early in the day, Mato. She retreats a step, still glaring at Sakura and me in the process.
わかった。今朝の件は許してやる。
Fine, I forgive you for this
け
morning.
どさくら、次はないからな。今度何かあったら、その時は自分の立場ってやつをよく思い知らせてやる。
You won't get a second chance, Sakura. If something like this happens again, I'll put you in your place once and for all. I so desperately want to see him get his ass beat. If that happens, this is the best game ever made. She heads towards the school building after making his big pronouncement. Turn tail and run after Tosaka gave him such a dressing down.
ごめんなさい先輩。兄さんがその失礼なことを言ってしまって。
So sorry, Senpai. My brother was so rude to you. Sakura's apologizing not just to me, but to Tosaka as well.
朝からいい運動になったわ。頭のギアがスパッと上がったし、ようやく調子が出てきたもの。口喧嘩好きなのよね、私。
Don't worry about it. It was actually a nice way to start the day. The gears in my head are oiled up and turning at full speed now. I love a good argument.
それに謝るのは私の方だし、ちょっとやりすぎだったわよね、今の。あいつだって立場があるんだし、ほら、みんなの前でああいうのってしちゃダメだって言うじゃない？
I should be the one apologizing. I might have gone a bit too far. He still has a reputation to think about. I shouldn't have said something like that in front of everyone.
マトウ君が落ち込んでたら、後でフォローしてあげて。
So X all down from this. Go ahead and cheer him up. No! Fuck that guy! Fuck him! Let him be down! Beat his ass! He's an asshole!
また突っかかってきてもいいって。
Tell him he can spar with me anytime he likes.
兄さんが懲りていなければ、またお相手をしてあげてください、先輩。
Yes, if brother hasn't learned anything from this incident, then please spar with him again, Miss Tosaka. Leave Sakura smiles cheerfully. Tosaka suddenly seems bashful and looks away.
先輩も、できれば怒らないであげてください。
You too, Senpai. Please try not to get mad at him
兄
either.
さん、先輩しか友達いないから。
Your brother's only friend. He literally just said, "I am not his friend." He is. This is actually infuriating. Why? Just kick his ass. Give him the fucking beat down of a lifetime. The only way he'll fucking learn. Now it's probably impossible for me to not get mad, but I've known Shinji's like that since birth. See us getting close again at some point, so I'll take baby steps with him.
よろしくお願いします、先輩。
Yes, I look forward to seeing that happen, Senpai. Sakura quickly bows. Yeah, the only thing I get really mad at Shinji about is the way he treats him. Dude is a raging asshole.
先輩、今日
Oh
の
my
一日
goodness.
頑張りましょうね。
Okay. Have another good day, Senpai. Sakura heads to the first year floor. Tosaka and I climb the stairs to the second year floor. Whoa! And run right into the student council president.
なぜに遠坂と一緒にいるのか、エミヤしろ。
Are you with Tosaka, Shiryo-ame?
あら、おはよう、竜道くん。朝からハウアとはご挨拶ね。
Oh, good morning, Ryoda. What kind of greeting is it? Wow!
目覚めから嫌な予感がしたが、まさか案件殺とはな。いいからこっちに来い、エミヤ。遠坂の近くにいたら毒が移る、毒が。
Woke up feeling like something was off this morning, but I never thought it could be this dire. Just come over here, Emiya. Staying so close to Tosaka might poison you. Issei tugs on my arm, hard. Tosaka looks at Issei and me without a word, then walks towards class 2A as if nothing happened.
行くがいい。誰も止めはしないからな。
Go right on ahead, nobody's stopping you. Tosaka silently passes by. then.
シロ、昼休みに屋上。
Zero, rooftop, lunch. Choose that to me so Issei won't hear. Lunchtime. Seeing Tozaka me in the morning, Issei hasn't been speaking to me. He's been treating me like a traitor. I guess I went too far. I feel just a bit of regret. They interrogated me about why I was with Tozaka this morning, and my response was, we got close over the weekend. That was not a great idea. I expected Issei's next second question to be about how and why we got close, but before I could explain further, Issei staggered away. Yes, that works to my advantage since I need to do things alone for a while. Having fewer people involved will make things easier. Anyway, the first thing I need to do is... Oh. Well, yeah, I think it's in our best interest to go talk to Tosaka. The less we involve other people, the better. Promised to meet Tosaka. It may have been her dictating me, but she probably has something to talk about. I had lunch and head to the rooftop. The rooftop is typically packed with other students when it's warmer, but it's deserted in the winter. Although winter in Fuyuki is comparatively warmer, the rooftop gets unbearably cold. The only people exposed to the cold winter are myself and... You're late! What was the holdup? Tosaka, shivering in the shadows. Sorry I'm late. I felt bad, so I brought you something to make up for it, but I guess you don't need it. Show her the warm canned coffee I bought and put it back in my pocket. You may look unsophisticated, but you're pretty considerate. I did it because I felt like it. And come on, go a little further over there. It's windier over here, and people might see us. I hand her the canned coffee as I head towards the back where I won't be seen. Don't be as conspicuous here, and there's no way anyone from the 4th floor would see us.
ありがとう。次は紅茶にしてね。私、インスタントならミルクティーだから。それ以外はありがたみがランクダウンするから注意するべし。
Thanks. Next time I prefer tea, and I like instant milk tea. Other than that, you'll get no thanks from me, so be warned. Got it. If I remember next time, that is. So why'd you call me here? Considering we're meeting where there's nobody else around. I assume you want to talk about you know what.
当然でしょ。私とシロの間で他にどっちの話があるっていうのよ。
Of course. What else would we talk about other than that? Yeah, you're right. So what's up?
何よ。ずいぶんクールじゃないあなた。
Why are you acting so nonchalant? Huh? Well, it's cold. I want you to make this short. Aren't you cold too, Tosaka?
そんなわけないでしょ。私だってさっさと要件だけ済ませるつもりに決まってるじゃない。
Of course I am. I was planning on getting this over with real quick too. Yep, I figured. I was just stating the obvious, so she really doesn't need to yell at me like that.
まあいいわ。
Oh, fine.
それじゃあ担当直入に聞くけどシロ。あ
I'll
な
get
た放課後はどうするつもり？
I'll get right to the point, Shiro. What were you thinking of doing after school? After school, I really don't have any plans, honestly. If I need to help out the student council, I'll help. But if not, I'm doing my part-time job. Why are you looking so confused? If you have something to say, just tell me. I'll try to address. Oh, whoa. Accent clicked out. Try to address it.
まったくあなたがどうなろうと私は構わないんだけど、まあ一つだけ忠告してあげるか。今は協力関係なんだし、シロは魔術師として未熟すぎるから。
Honestly, I may not care what really happens to you, but I guess I'll give you a warning. You formed an alliance and you're just too inexperienced. Again, I'm sick of hearing how inexperienced of a mage I am. I'm actually quite sensitive about that, so don't bully me.
いじめてなんていないわよ。ただシロが学校の結界に気づいてないようだから未熟だって言ってるの。
I'm not bullying you. I just want to point out how ignorant you are because you don't seem to notice there's a bounded field set up around the school. What? Bounded field at the school? Hold on. A bounded field at school. Does that mean...
まさかも何も他のマスターが張った結界だってば。
Got it. It's a bounded field set up by some other master.
かなり広範囲に仕組まれた結界でね。発動すれば学校の敷地をほぼ包み込む。
Cast over a wide area, and if it gets activated, it's pretty much enclosed the entire school.
種別は結界内にいる人間から血肉を奪うタイプ。まだ準備段階のようだけど、それでもみんなに元気がないって気づかなかった？
Trying to steal the flesh and blood of all the people within the bound field. It looks like it's still at the beginning stages, but haven't you noticed how listless everyone seems? Now that she mentions it, it felt a little strange 2 days ago, but that was why. That means there's a master at school?
そう確実に敵が潜んでいるってわけ。わかったエミヤ君、そのあたり覚悟しておかないと死ぬわよあなた。
Exactly, we have an enemy lurking here. You get an enemy? If you're not prepared, you'll die. The relaxed demeanor fades and I tense up. So do you know who this master is, Tosaka?
いいえ、当たりはついてるけどまだ確証が取れてない。まあうちの学校にはもう一人魔術師がいるってことは知ってたけど、魔術師イコールマスターってわけじゃないから。
Alright, so if it's someone at the school, my money's on that one creepy teacher dude. He seems like a villain. I have some ideas, but I don't have solid proof. Well, actually, I do know there's another mage at school, but a mage isn't necessary.
あなたみたいな素人がマスターになる場合もあるんだし、断定はできないわ。
There are cases where amateurs become masters like you, so I can't be sure. Still a mage and not a complete amateur. Hey, hold up. Did you just say there's another mage at the school?
そうよ。けど、そいつからマスターとしての気配は感じないのよね。真っ先に調べに行ったけど、レイジもなければサーバントの気配もなかった。
Yep, but I don't sense any indication they're a master. I've checked right away, but they didn't have command spells and I didn't sense the presence of the sword.
よっぽどうまく気配を隠しているなら別だけど、まずそいつはマスターじゃないわ。
They're hiding it really well, that's another matter, but I'm pretty sure they're not a master.
だからこの学園に潜んでいるマスターは、シロみたいに半端に魔術を知っている人間だと思う。
So I think the master here is someone who knows only a little bit of magecraft, like you.
ここのところさ、微量だけど私たち以外の魔力を後者に感じるのよ。それが敵マスターの気配ってわけなんだけど。
Feeling a bit of magical energy other than ours here recently, that has to be the enemy master. Not enough to track. Master is not a mage, huh? You must be very sure if you're bringing it up. I believe you, but I didn't know there were so many mages in our school.
そんなにって私とその子だけだって。
Actually, not that many. It's just me and that other mage.
魔術師ってのは家柄を大事にするでしょ。こんな狭い地域に2つの家系が根を張った場合、どうしても好意になるものなのよ。
Now mages value their lineage, right? If two families put down roots in a small town like this area, you couldn't help knowing each other. That what happens? But I didn't know anything about your family.
エミヤくんちは特別。エミヤくんのお父さん、教会から離反した一匹狼だったんでしょうね。たまたまこの町が気に入って根を下ろしたんだろうけど、冬木の町はうちの管轄だからさ。
Your household is an exception. Your father had to have alienated himself from the association and been some sort of... Probably settled here because he just liked it, but the city is under the Tosaka family's jurisdiction.
私たちにバレたらもらうものもらうことになるし、それが嫌で隠れてたんじゃないかな。
If we had found out, we would have taken everything from him. So I guess he was hiding to avoid exactly that. What the heck do you mean about taking everything from him?
気になる？それは将来、シローが一人前になったら取り立てに行くから期待してて。
Curious, I'll come and collect from you once you are properly trained, so look forward to it. Jeez, what a facade you put up. Some honor student you are, you imposter.
あら、いけない？外見を飾るのだって魔術師としての義務でしょ？
Oh, is there something wrong with that? Maintaining appearance is part of a mage's job description.
ほら、私は遠坂家の跡取りだし、火の打ちどころのない優等生じゃないと天国の父さんに顔を合わせられないのよ。
Because you know, I'm the Tosaka's family heir, I have to act like the perfect honor student, or I wouldn't be able to face my father in heaven. What? Your father?
ええ、私が子供の頃死んじゃった。ま、十分長生きしたから天寿は全うしたんだし、別に悲しんだりはしてないけど。
Died when I was young. Well, he lived a long and fulfilling life, so I'm not really that sad about it. Tosaka smiles. I was saying that's just how it goes when you have a mage for a father. But that's a lie. You're sad when someone dies, all the more if that person's your parent. And that can't be helped because someone is a mage is no excuse for this gloss over it.
まあ、そうね。
Oh, you're right.
エミヤ君の意見は反論できないぐらい正しいわ。
Little demon creature. Can't really argue that. You're absolutely right. It says Tosaka opens up the canned coffee she's been using as a hand warmer. Drinks her coffee in small sips. I'd expect her to take a big gulp, honestly, but she's pretty feminine when it comes to things like that.
話を戻すけど、
Back on
と
topic.
もかく冬木の町に魔術師は2人しかいないの。
There are only 2 mages in Fuyu.
他のマスターは外からやってきた連中か。魔術をかじった程度でマスターに選ばれたっていう変わり種でしょうね。
The other masters are either from outside or they're irregulars who were chosen to be masters because of just a little mage crap. That's so. So according to Tosaka, I'm quite the irregularity. Got that, but if there's a master who's barely started learning mage crap, probably wouldn't be able to create a bounded field like this one.
マスターが貼ったんじゃなくて、サーバントが貼ったのかもね。
Not be the master. The servant might have put up the bounded field.
サーバントは自分のマスターを選べないもの。シローみたいなマスターに当たってしまった場合、サーバント自身がいろいろ策を練るしか勝機はないでしょ。
Servants can't choose their masters. If a servant ends up with a master like you, the only chance of winning would be if they came up with strategies themselves. Probably. I hate to think of it that way, but I can't argue.
はい、素直で結構。
Good. I like it when you're so accepting.
で、結界の話に戻すけど、この結界はすごく高度よ。
About this bounded field, it's quite advanced.
ほとんど魔法の領域だし、こんなの張れる魔術師だったら、まず自分の魔力を隠しきれない。だから間違いなく、
Pretty much
こ
at
の
the
結
level of
界は
magic.
サーバントの仕業だと思う。
Pretty much at the level of magic. If there were a mage here who could create something like this, they wouldn't be able to conceal their presence or magic. I believe this bounded field is the work of a servant. One moment, my cat's going crazy. Cat aggro is strong. Works of a servant, huh? That must mean the master isn't as dangerous.
まさか、魔術師にしろ一般人にしろ、そいつはルールが分かってないやつよ。マスターを見つければ、まずまっすぐに殺しに来るタイプの人間ね。
It's not necessarily true. Whether they're mages or not, whoever it is, they don't know the proper rules. They're almost certainly the type to immediately try to kill any master they find. Huh? Not know the rules? The rules of the Holy Grail War.
違う。人間としてのルール。こんな結界を作らせる時点で、そいつは自分ってものが分かってない。
No, rules of just being a human being. If they're making their servant create a bounded field like this, they're just flat out don't know right from wrong.
いいシロ。この結界はね、発動したら最後、結界内の人間を一人残らず溶解して吸収する代物よ。
Listen, Shiro, once this bounded field is completely activated, it'll dissolve and absorb everyone inside.
私たちは生き物の胃の中にいるようなものなの。
Give it like they're in the belly of some creature.
魔力で自分自身を守っている私たちには効果はないだろうけど、魔力を持たない人間なら、わけもわからないうちに衰弱死しかねない。
Or rather, we might not be affected by it because we're protecting ourselves from magical energy, but anybody who doesn't possess magical energy will weaken and die without their knowing.
一般人を巻き込むどころの話じゃないわ。
It's way beyond just involving ordinary citizens.
この結界が起動したら、学校中の人間は皆殺しにされるのよ。わかる？こういうふざけた結界を準備させるやつが、この学校にいるマスターなの。
The moment this bounded field is activated, everyone in the school will die. Do you understand? There's a master in the school who is willing to make a bounded field this awful. My vision blurs momentarily. Take a deep breath so I can make sure I fully comprehend what Tosaka is trying to say. Stops there. Attempt to imagine the worst possible outcome. Even my imaginings may fall short. I keep that image deep in my heart. I get what you're trying to say. Tosaka, can't we try to destroy the bounded field?
試したけど無理だった。結界の規定は全部探したんだけど、それを消去できないのよ。私にできるのは、一時的に規定を弱めて、 結界の発動を先延ばしにするだけよ。
Tried, but it was impossible. I found all the sources for it, but I can't destroy them. The only thing I can do is temporarily weaken the sources to delay the whole thing from acting. As long as you're here, the battlefield can't fully be formed.
そう願いたいけど、それも都合のいい願いでしょうね。もう結界は張られていて、発動のための魔力は少しずつ溜まってきている。アーチャーの見立てだと、あと8日程度で準備が整うとか。
I can only hope, but that's wishful thinking. The battlefield is already set up, and the magical energy needed to activate is gradually exceeding. According to Archer's estimate, everything will be ready in about 8 days.
そうなったらマスターかサーバントか、どちらかがその気になれば、この学校は地獄になる。
Ready, either the master or servant will transform the school into a living hell. Then, before that happens,
この学校に潜んでいるマスターを倒すしかない。
you need to defeat the master lurking in this school.
けど探すのは難しいでしょうね。この結界を張られた時点でそいつの勝ちみたいなものだもの。あとは黙ってても結界は発動するんだから、その時まで表には出てこない。だからチャンスがあるとしたら。
But it'll be challenging to find them. We've pretty much been at their mercy from the moment the battlefield is formed. Master just needs to wait until it's ready to be activated. They don't need to make themselves known until then, so the only chance we have is they come out, right?
ご名答。まあそういうわけだから、今はおとなしくしてなさい。その時になったら、嫌でも戦うことになるんだし。自分から探し回って敵に知られるのもバカらしいでしょ。
Bingo, so you should stay quiet until then. You'll have to fight whether you like it or not, so when time comes, it's stupid to let the enemy find you. For you to go searching for the master yourself. The metallic sound of the school's bells ring out across the horizon. Time is over.
話はそれだけ。私は寄るところがあるから、家には一人で帰って。寄り道は控えなさいよ。
That's all I've got right now. I have somewhere I need to go today, so go home by yourself. Try not to take any detours. Osaka leaves me with a casual bye. This doesn't feel right to me. Learning that masters may attack other masters is enough to make me anxious, but bounded field around the school. Now there's a possibility that innocent people might get dragged into this too. That's not what masters do. That's just mass murder. I need to find whoever set this bounded field up before it's activated. Find them and destroy them. Rejoice, Shiro Emiya. Your wish shall. I shake my head, trying to ignore the words that popped right into my mind. I never wished for this. Wishing for bad guys to show up so I can defeat them is not what I do. The end of day homeroom ends. The students start to file out of the classroom. Normally I would go to the student council room, but I decided to go home since Tosaka told me to. The gate is still locked. Alright, it's been a while since I came home this early. I usually help out doing some odd jobs or go to part-time jobs, so it's rare for me to come straight home. I usually find the gate unlocked and Sakura preparing dinner. I'm so used to that after a year, I've forgotten how important coming home early can be. Even the simple act of opening a locked gate makes me realize how thankful I should be for Sakura coming. I'm home! I step into the hallway as I call out. The moment I enter the living room, I see the blonde girl. We're back, Master. For a split second, as I see Saber, I feel like I've been hurled into a dream or some sort of fantasy. Shiro, did you just get home? She calls my name in a quiet voice. I finally come back to reality. Oh, Saber, sorry, you surprised me popping up so suddenly like that. Just for an instant, I mistook her for a normal girl rather than Saber. Oh, your orders were for me to stay here. Was I mistaken? Oh no, I just got confused. Don't worry about it. How are you feeling, Saber? You said you were going to sleep a lot, so does that mean now you're... There's no problem with me being awake. Wait. It would be ideal for me to sleep except when fighting, but that would leave me restless. Move around periodically, or my body will not be properly responsive when I need it. Got it, you have a point there. You get a headache if you sleep all day, and I'm sure you're not sleeping because you're sleeping. Yes, that's true. I do not sleep because I get fatigued.
ですがシロ、あなたは眠りすぎると頭を痛くするのですか？
Here, did you say you get a headache when you sleep too much? Don't you? People don't typically do well if they sleep a good chunk of the day. In my case, I'll get woken up by a headache, so I can't sleep for half a day.
不思議な話ですね。私はそのようなことはありませんでした。今も昔も眠ろうと思えばいくらでも眠れますし。
How strange, that's never happened to me. I've always been able to sleep as much as I like, both now and in the past. That doesn't sound particularly efficient, Saber. Sleeping all day would be a waste. Wouldn't it be more fun to wake up and play if you weren't sleepy?
そうですね。確かにその方が無駄はありません。
Maybe right. Maybe right. Waste less time that way. Right. May have been forced to do this because you're with me, but once your contract ends with me, back to your normal life. Not being my place to say, but if this becomes a habit, you'll sleep all day. People might start thinking you're lazy.
それはすでに手遅れかもしれません。私は皆にそう思われていたかもしれない。
In fact, maybe too late. Some may already see me that way. Thinks about it and furrows her brow. I thought this was just idle chit chat, but Save doesn't really seem to get jokes. Move to the living room. Saber looks like she wants to know what happened today, so I decided to tell her about the abandoned field at school Tosaga warned me.
そうですか。学校に集まる人間を生贄にするつもりなのですね。そのマスターは。
See, that master must be planning to use the people inside the school as a sacrifice. Be blunt, probably, yeah. Tosaga said it needs more time.
同感です。それほど大規模な結界の完成には時間がかかる。学校の校舎というものは封鎖しやすい建物ですから、おそらく神殿に見立てた祭壇なのでしょう。
I agree. Completing a abandoned field that large should take a considerable amount of time. It is possible to enclose a school building, so it was almost most likely chosen kind of similar to.
それだけの規模な結界を完璧に起動させるには、早くて10日は必要です。
I believe it would take at least 10 days to fully activate a abandoned field of that scale. 10 days. They felt something strange 2 days ago on Saturday, so that means we still have about 8 more days. That lines up with Tosaka says.
はい。その結界が生贄を集めるものであれ、守りを固めるものであれ、完成させては厄介です。それまでに結界を張ったマスターを見つけ出せれば良いのですが。
Yes, whether that bounded field is meant to gather sacrifices or intended to solidify the opponent's defenses, both will pose a problem for us to permit its completion. We need to find the master who created this bounded field before that happens. Yeah, Tosaka said it would be challenging, but it should be easy to identify someone if they're lurking in the school. Do everything we can to find them, make them stop the bounded field. Chances of them being someone from school are pretty high considering where they set up their bounded field. Student or teacher. Starting tomorrow, I'll search the school as thoroughly as I can during lunch and try to find anyone suspicious. Other than that, we'll need to figure out what kind of servant they have with them. Then again, we'll only learn that once we found them. And the only other thing I can do right now is think about the servants I've encountered. Saber's awake, so now is my chance to ask her about them. Okay then. Ooh. Alright. Let's ask about Lancer. That guy. Should ask about the very first servant I encountered, Lancer. Saber fought against him and looked like she figured out who he was. Saber, do you know who that guy Lancer is? Lancer? Yeah, when you fought him off, he said something. Something about Ireland? So I thought maybe you figured out his identity.
ああ、そういうことですか。驚きました。シローが他のサーバントの正体を知りたがるとは思っていなかったもので。
Oh, that is what you mean. This is a surprise. I never thought you'd be interested in knowing servant's identity. Totally can give you an advantage, but why do you look so pleased, Saber?
シローが戦う気になっているからです。正体を知った相手ならば対策が立てられる。まず弱点が分かった相手から仕留めるのは戦いの常道ですから。
Starting to see that you're willing to fight. We can come up with strategies to deal with opponents whose identities we know. Taking down opponents whose weaknesses we have found first is one of the fundamental tactics. I don't intend to seek out someone to fight if they haven't done anything wrong, but it'll only derail the conversation if I bring up that up. So about Lance's identity. From your tone, it seems like you know, Saber.
はい。あの構想と全身に帯びたルーンの守り。加えて戦いではなく、生き延びることに特化した能力から言って間違いはないでしょう。
Yes, that red spear of his, those runes protecting his entire body, and his abilities focus so intently on survival. I have no doubts about that servant's identity.
彼の神名は空風林。魔装ゲイボルクを操るアイルランドの大英雄です。
His true name is Cuchulainn, though he is the great hero of Ireland who wields the demonic spear Gable. Cuchulainn. Never heard that name. Then again, I don't know much about Irish mythology. So is this Cuchulainn guy strong?
この国では知名度が低いですから存在が劣化していますが、それでも十分すぎる能力です。
He's not famous in this country, so his prominence may be diminished, but regardless, he still has more than enough
こ
power.
と敏捷性に関してならば他の追随を許さないでしょうし、彼の宝具はこの戦いに最も適した武器だと思います。
His agility is unrivaled, and I believe his noble phantasm is most suited for this war. Noble phantasm. Oh, you mean the spear? Now that I think about it, that thing was moving really weirdly. Is that what the Gable is all
お
about?
そらくはゲイボルクの伝承は諸説あります。
Likely, yes. There are many variations of the legend of Gable.
いわく足で投擲する呪いの槍だとか、貫いた瞬間に内部から線のトゲを生やして相手を絶命させる魔装だとか。
Some say it is a cursed spear that one kicks at one's target. Others says it's a demonic spear capable of growing 1,000 thorns the moment it curses. Ah, so that's two different legends, isn't it? So how can you call it a legendary weapon?
ですから続きがあるのです。ゲイボルクの能力は様々な形で伝えられていますが、その全てに心臓をうがつという一節が残っている。
There's more to that legend. There may be many legends of Gable, but each of them agrees that the spear always pierces the heart.
それは武器としての能力ではなく、あくまで持ち主の技量だと思っていましたが、間違いだったようですね。
I'd always assumed that was based on the wielder's abilities rather than the weapons, but it seems I was mistaken.
魔装の正体。ランサーのゲイボルクの能力は文字通り心臓をうがつものです。
Demonic Spear's identity, Gable, means Lancer's spear ability is literally piercing the hearts of his enemies. Oh. The moment she brings this up, I vividly recall the scene. That night. Spear throws at Saber's feet, it suddenly changed trajectory, hitting straight for her heart instead. That means his spear is...
ええ。使えば必ず敵の心臓をうがつ魔装なのでしょう。
Yes, it is a demonic spear that is guaranteed to pierce the opponent's heart when it's used.
空間をねじ曲げているのか、因果率を変えているのか。
Either bends time and space or the laws of causality allow it to move like that.
ともあれ、槍自体の呪いとランサー自身の技量でしょうね。
So it's
こと
probably
1対1の戦闘においてこれほど効率的な武器もありません。何しろ全く無駄がない。
So it is probably a combination of the spear's curse and Lancer's own abilities. There is no weapon better suited for single combat. It is exceedingly practical. Practical? What is that
わ
supposed to
かり
mean?
ませんか。ランサーの槍は城を破壊することはできませんが、人間一人を殺すだけなら十分です。
Do not understand, Lancer's spear may not be powerful enough to destroy something as large as this castle. It is perfectly suited to kill a single human being.
宝具というものはその規模によって消費する魔力が変わります。
Noble Phantasm consumes magical energy proportionate to its magnitude.
A ランクの宝具を持つ者はその使用に大量の魔力を消費する。一度使ってしまえば失った分の魔力補充には時間がかかるのです。
A rank Noble Phantasm consumes a massive amount of magical energy. Once it is used, it will take a tremendous amount of time to replenish that lost magical energy.
ですが人を一人、いえ、サーバントを倒すのにそれほど強大な破壊力などいりません。ランサーのように一撃で仕留められるのであればそれ以上の戦果はないでしょう。
However, to kill one person, nay, a single servant, no such destructive force is necessary. There can be no better tactical advantage than Lancer being able to do so with a single attack. So you're trying to say that it would cost less to shoot a single arrow than a cannonball.
はい。ですが、サーバントには弓矢など当たりません。結果として、サーバント同士の戦いは大砲の撃ち合いになるのですが。
Correct. However, a single arrow would typically not be effective against servants. Ultimately, battles between servants require attacks more in line with the force of the cannon. Lancer's gay bow, while it may only be like a single arrow, can potentially be fatal with just one strike. It's not just a graze, but a fatal strike through the heart.
そういうことです。加えて、使うための魔力量もそう多くない。あの程度の魔力商品なら、 7回使っても魔力の補充は必要ないでしょう。
Exactly. On top of that, it does not require much magical energy to deploy. The amount of magical energy consumed is so low, he could use his noble phantasm perhaps 7 times without needing it.
ですから彼の魔装はこの戦いに適しているのです。
That is why his demonic spear is well suited for this war.
通常のサーバントは数回戦闘すれば休まざるを得ません。ですがランサーならば6人を続けて相手にすることもできる。まあ1対1であることが条件になってきますが。
An ordinary server would require rest after a few battles, but Lancer has the potential to fight 6 opponents if need be. So it would have to be in single combat in his case. In other words, he may not be a flashy servant, but he can manage a solid win. But he was using a lot of unnecessary and impractical moves. He was toying with me when he fought me.
ですね。ランサー自身、ムラっ気のある人物のようです。非常な人物ではありましたが、どこか憎めない一面がありました。
That is true. Lancer appears to be a curious sort of person. He may have been quite heartless in history, but there was also a side of him you really could not hate. I'd agree, but I still shouldn't let my guard down. That guy stabbed me in the chest as casually as if he were cutting grass. Neither Berserker nor Lancer are the type to hesitate while using the weapons they wield. So, about the other servants.
待ってください、シロ。屋敷の門を人がくぐりました。
Please wait, Shiro. Someone has entered the gate of this property. What? You can sense something like that? Oh crap, it's already so late. This is bad. Sakura must be back. Doorbell rings, and from the front entrance, I hear Sakura's voice. Coming in. Saber's sorry,
分かっ
but
ています。部屋に戻っていますから、私のことは気にせずに。
yes, I know. I will retire to my room, so please do not mind me. Saber goes back to her room. Almost as if switching with Saber.
ただいま。感心感心。ちゃんと先に帰ってたわね。
Home? Good, good. You came home early like I asked you to. Tosaka walks in laden with shopping bags.
お邪魔します先輩。珍しいですね。先輩がこんな早くから帰ってきてくれるのって。
Thank you for having me again, Senpai. It's rare for you to be home so early. Sakura walks in, smiling happily.
よし、準備は完璧っと。それじゃあ始めるとしましょうか。
Okay, everything is ready. I'm going to get started. Oh boy. Let's find out if Tosaka's a good cook or not. Tosaka sucks herself up and heads to the kitchen.
先輩、お夕飯の支度なんですけど。
Hi, about dinner tonight. Don't have to worry about it since it's Tosaka's turn today. Prepared breakfast for us, so leave dinner to us. She and I will handle dinner while Tosaka's staying.
はい。先輩がそう言うのならそうします。
Oh, very well. If you say so, then I will have to oblige. Sakura quietly sits down. I hear a fiery, boisterous sound coming from the kitchen, but I see nothing of Tosaka. I guess I can trust her. I should stay in my room until dinner's ready, considering Saber's ready. I'm going to rest in my room. If Fujine comes, tell her she should prepare the bath herself for a change.
はい。どうぞごゆっくり先輩。ご飯の支度ができたら呼びに行きますね。
Okay, please go relax, Senpai. I will come and get you once dinner's ready. Oh, by the way, don't forget to knock when you come into my room. It's a little before 6 o'clock. I figured dinner should be ready about 7. Turn to my room and find Saber sleeping in the room next door. Bummer, I thought I could talk to her with her a little more. Clicking my tongue with disappointment, sit down. Wait a minute, what am I thinking? There's nothing else I could talk to her about apart from the Holy Grail War. Besides, I don't know how to act around Saber. Well, if she's asleep, I'll just let her rest. I mutter myself and stare at the hands of the clock. Last night, Saber, Tosaka, and I ate dinner. But today, Sakura, Fujine, and Mix as well. 5 people. Oh, actually, Saber can't join. As long as Fujine and Sakura are around, I can't have Saber come out of her room. I wonder if Saber ate breakfast. Last night, Saber was nodding while eating her food. Based on her behavior, it's not like she doesn't need food. I didn't prepare lunch for her, so she must be hungry. If Fujine and Sakura go home, I should warm some dinner up. I have to eat alone, but there's nothing we can do about that. Thus, imagining Saber eating by herself is making me mad.
シロ、起きてる？
Shiro, are you awake? Tosaka knocks on my door and peeks her head in. Tosaka, what's going on?
何って夕食なんだけど。できたから来て。
Nothing. Dinner's ready, so come on out. Already that time? I pick myself up, glance towards Saber's room, and head into the hallway.
来た来た。ほら見てよこの料理。なんと遠坂さんは長らく不在だった中華料理ができる人だったのだ。
Oh, there you are. Look at all these dishes. Can you believe it? Tosaka can cook Chinese cuisine. That has been long absent from our menu. Fujine dances excitedly around the table, which is laid out with dinner. Now that she mentions it, it doesn't all look to be Chinese dishes. 4 big plates decorated the table. Crab meat with egg omelet. Ooh. Shredded beef with green peppers. A vegetable stir fry with some fancy meat I've never seen before. For some reason, a plate full of steamed shumai. That has been served on individual plates for everyone, and the setup seems to have been well thought out. Quite extravagant. Fujine loves it. This is a surprise. I thought you would make something Western.
本当は洋風を考えてたそうですよ。けど中華料理は誰も作らないって言ったら、なら私が作るって。
Oh, she did consider making Western dishes, but once I mentioned that no one in the house makes Chinese dishes, she volunteered to make some. Why would she set out to do something no one else does? Hey Sakura, you and Tosaka came home at the same time. Did you two go shopping together or something?
はい。遠坂先輩、弓道部が終わるまで待っててくれたんです。それで帰り道がてら、2人で買い出しに行ってました。
Yes, Miss Tosaka waited for me until Kyoto Club's practice ended, and we decided to shop for groceries on our way home. I had no idea. Looks like you two are closer than I thought.
そうですね。遠坂先輩とは学校でもよく話してましたから、私のどこが気に入られたかわからないんですけど、入学した頃から親切にしてもらってます。
It may be true. Miss Tosaka speaks to me often at school too. I don't know what made her take a liking to me, but she's been very kind to me ever since I came to school. Huh? Tosaka really is a nice upperclassman.
おしゃべりはいいから早く食べよう。私もうお腹ペコペコだよ。
Enough yapping. Let's eat. I'm so hungry. Fujine sits down excitedly.
だってさ、2人も早く座ったら。中華物って冷めると犯罪的にまずいんだから。
You heard her. You two should sit down. Chinese food gets criminally bad when it's cold. Tosaka sits down as she tells us to do the same. I sit down without a word. Everyone bows and thanks Tosaka for cooking, then starts eating. Whoa. I hate to admit it, but it's good. I never cooked Chinese food because I always thought it all tastes the same, but Tosaka's dishes make me realize that it's just been my biases on my part. I find myself regretting that.
うわー、すごいすごい。こんなにご飯を美味しくさせる料理は久しぶりだよ。うん。遠坂さんに100点をあげましょう。
Ah, this is amazing. It's been a while since I've had a dish that goes so well with rice. Yep, I'm giving you full marks for this one.
ありがとうございます。先生のように素直に感想を言ってもらえると私も嬉しいです。
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to get such an honest opinion from someone like you.
はい、私も中華を見直しました。辛いのって苦手なんですけど、すごく美味しいです。
Yes, I also see Chinese food in a new light. I don't usually like eating spicy dishes, but this is delicious. Sakura looks pleased, seeming to enjoy the food too. Interesting, everyone's happy faces. Tosaka. She's smug. She turns to face me, her face triumphant. What, you look like you have something to say.
別にみんなに気に入ってもらえてよかったなってまあ若干一名素直じゃないのでいいけどそれはそれで楽しいからよしとしましょう得意分野で負けちゃった気持ちはわかるし
Nothing, I'm just glad everyone liked it. Well, there's one person not being honest about his feelings, but it's amusing me, so I'll let it slide. I understand how bad it must feel to be beaten at something you're good at. I get it, you made me cook dinner last night because you wanted to assess my cooking.
はい今日の教訓は手の内は常に隠しておくでした
Okay, today's lesson. Never let anyone see your plans or potential. Tosaka returns to her food, looking exceedingly pleased with herself. That little shit. Dinner's a bit livelier than I expected. Sakura and Tosaka are acting like good upper and underclassmen, and Fujine is now completely on Tosaka's side. I have no complaints about getting to enjoy a good meal. There are no complaints, but I can't feel unreservedly good about sharing a meal with everyone. Stand up.
何しろトイレ
Are you going to the bathroom, Shiro? No, I just forgot something. I'm going to bring them out now, so wait. When I step out of the living room, I lock eyes with Tosaka, who's looking at me silently. Didn't think it was right. That's right. I didn't like the fact I was making her stay alone, even though she's living with us. Shiro is dumb. So, without really considering the consequences of my actions, I take her hand.
シロ、突然何をするのです。
Shiro, what are you doing? Just come with me. I'm going to introduce you to everyone.
正気ですか。待ってください。それは。
Have you lost your mind? Please wait. That's... I'm bringing it up because I am thinking straight. Come on, let's go. Shiro is such a dumbass. Deal with whatever happens after.
シロ。
Wait, Shiro. We're still dragging her along by the time we reach the living room. Sorry, Tosaka. Can you add one more plate for her? Tosaka doesn't object, but Fujine and Sakura are looking at Saber in confused astonishment. I know it's a little late, but I wanted to introduce her to you all. Her name is Saber, and I'm going to be taking care of her for a while. As you can see, she's a foreigner, not used to living in Japan, so please help her with that. Oh no. The two don't react. It's understandable. I can't really find it in me to care right now. Come on, sit over here, Saber. It's better when you eat with everyone.
それは確かに効率的だとは思いますが、私は。
It is true that it would be more efficient, but there's no need to be bashful. You're going to be living with us from now on too. If we're going to live together, we should eat together too.
はい。シロがそういうのでしたら、私は従うだけですが。
Yes, if you say so, I will have to oblige. You can't do. Oh, you can't do. My ears. My ears are ringing.
一体どうしちゃったのよ、シロってば。遠坂さんだけじゃなく、こんな声で散ら込んじゃって、いつからここは旅館みたいになっちゃったのよ。
What's gone into you, Shiro? First you bring Tosaka here to stay, now her too? And this place turned into a hotel. But it's fine. This place is as big as a hotel anyway, so it's no big deal to give up a room or two. If you're okay with Tosaka staying here, then Saber should be fine too.
いいわけないでしょ。遠坂さんは認めるけど、そんな得体の知れない子なんて知らないもん。一体どこの子なのよ、その子は。
Of course not. I approve of Tosaka, but I know nothing about this complete stranger. Just who is this girl anyway? Who? She's a distant relative. I don't really know about the details about what happened to her, but she came here looking for help from my old man.
そんな作り話信じられない。大体ね、仮にそうだとしても、どうしてエミヤの家に来たのよ。キリツグさんに外国の知り合いなんているはずだ。
I'm not buying a ridiculous story like that. Even if that were the case, why did she come to Emiya's house? There's no way Kiritsugu had acquaintances from other countries. She can't say that with any confidence, and she knows that. My old man traveled constantly, so he probably had more friends from other countries than in Japan.
ないとは言い切れないけど、それにしたっておかしいわ。あなた、何のためにここに来たのよ。
Can't say that for sure, but it still sounds fishy. So you, why did you come here? Well, that's...
シロー、黙ってなさい。セイバーさん、私はあなたに聞いてるんだけど。
You, shush, Shiro. Saber, right? I'm asking you. Saber is silent. I don't blame her. Saber doesn't really have a backstory and she's not cunning enough to go along with my life.
さあ、私はキリツグの言葉に従っただけですから。
You don't exactly know. I was only following Kiritsugu's orders. Yes, she does.
キリツグさんがシローを頼むって？
So Kiritsugu entrusted Shiro to you.
はい。あらゆる敵からシローを守るようにと。
Yes, I was told to protect Shiro from his enemies. Ever so quietly. Saber says it with such straightforwardness and clarity. There's no room for anyone to protest. Even if it was really a lie, it will become the absolute truth in Saber's mind. Even Fujine can't argue with her, but... He stands up with a frown and glares right at Saber.
そこまで言うんなら腕前を見せてもらうんだから。
Fine, if you're serious about this, I'll test your skills. Fujine drops this on drops this on us all out of nowhere. They about a sword fight? And the sound of whooshing wind, Fujine takes us outside. Then she takes the bamboo sword, a shin knife, hanging on the wall, and continues glaring at Saber. Okay, what the hell is Fujine thinking?
あなた、シローを守るって言ったわね。なら少しは覚えがあるんでしょ?
Dude, you said you would protect Shiro, which means you must be at least somewhat disciplined, right?
私に剣を持てというのですか？
Are you telling me to take a sword?
そうよ。あなたが私より強かったら許してあげます。けど弱かったら家に帰ってもらうからね。
That's right. I'll accept this if you prove you're stronger than me. If you're weak, I'm sending you back home.
構いませんが、それはどういった理屈でしょうか？
I do not mind, but I do not see the sense in this.
シローを守るのは私だもん。シローが一人前になるまで私がずっとそばにいるんだから。
I'm supposed to be the one who protects Shiro. I'm going to be right by his side until he grows up into be a man. Saber doesn't seem to fully comprehend what Fujine's intentions are. Then again, none of us do.
だから
Her little hand movement.
私より弱いやつはいらないの。
Like I said, I don't need anyone weaker than me around.
あなたが私より強いって言うんなら私より頼りになるでしょ。それなら少しはシローを任せてもいいわよだ。
You say you're stronger than me, you should be more dependable, right? And if you are, maybe I can entrust Shiro to you just a little. Fujine swings her shinai around with a pow.
わかりました。あなたを納得させればよいのですね。
Understood. I just need to convince you, right?
そうよ。けど私を納得させるのは大変なんだから。
That's right. Convincing me will be no easy feat. No sooner has Fujine said that than she practically leaps forward, rushing towards Saber, brandishing her shinai. Whoa! Fujine, this is ridiculous! She goes in for a surprise attack. Even though she hasn't given Saber a shinai yet, Saber has no business calling herself a teacher. She's gonna pull something like that. Huh? Saber stands there in the gaze, taken back by Fujine's surprise attack. Fujine swings for the body.
あれ
Huh? Fujine tilts her head in confusion. Oh yeah. We're all dumbfounded and we're just watching. Must be a human stranger. Like the mystery of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. For Fujine, since she's the one who experienced it firsthand. Saber's still standing. The only difference is now she's holding the shinai Fujine had in her hand a heartbeat earlier. Huh? For real? I don't know if this is real, but it definitely happened. Saber's even holding the shinai she took in a ready position. Fujine is frozen in her tracks right in front of Saber. Fujine is a kendo expert whose skills are supposedly unmatched. Experience probably made clear to her that Saber is on a completely different level.
構えろというのでしたら構いますが、そこまでしなければわからない腕ではないでしょう。
If you require me to take a ready stance, I shall, but I do believe you are skilled enough to realize I've already proven my point. Fujine staggers back and drops to her knees.
勝負はつきました。認めてもらえましたか？
Contest is over. Do you approve of me? Fujine slumps her shoulders down and trips her head low. Soon I think she's about to retreat quietly. What a character.
変なのにシロを取られちゃった。
Oh my god, whoever this voice actress is deserves everything in the world. Some weird girl took Shiro away from me. Fujine starts to cry so loud it starts to hurt all our ears. Oh man. In the end, it took 2 hours to calm Fujine down. Fujine gestured to Saber saying we need to talk and went into my old man's room. They were in there for 2 hours. She finally came out looking unsatisfied and mumbled, I guess I've got no choice but to acknowledge her. She'd only nodded in resignation. Sakura, though, was silent the whole time. It was getting late, so Fujine wound up taking Sakura home. Sakura didn't say a single word. She just bowed and went home.
それじゃあ私も別棟に戻るわね。
We're going back to the outbuilding then. That's all Rin said. Come to think of it, Tosaka has been quiet all this time too. Sorry about that. I bet you're thinking I did something stupid again.
別に。ただあなたのしていることは心の贅肉よ。そんな余分なことばっかりしてたらいつか身動きが取れなくなるわ。
Not really. The only thing you're doing is trying to add some unnecessary flab to your heart to make yourself feel better. If you keep on doing things like this, you're going to really get yourself into trouble. She waves goodnight and heads off to the outbuilding. I'm exhausted. I should probably sleep early today.
待ってくださいシロ。私もあなたに聞くべきことがある。
Please wait, Shiro. I would like to ask you something. Sure, what is it?
なぜ私を皆に紹介したのですか？私もリンの言う通り、シロの行為は不必要だと思います。
Why did you introduce me to everyone? I agree with Ren. That was unnecessary. No real rhyme or reason. I just didn't like how things were going, so I introduced you to everyone.
シロ、それは答えになっていません。何が嫌だったのか言ってもらわなければ。
Shiro, you did not answer my question. You must tell me what you didn't like. Saber draws closer to me. Was what happened tonight really so strange to her? How do I know? I was just eating and I didn't like knowing you were all alone. If anything, I just thought that we'd have less secrets to worry about once Fujine and Sakura knew.
それはあまり意味のあることではありません。
That was most certainly futile
むし
then.
ろ彼女たちに私の存在を知らせるのはマイナスです。この屋敷なら私の存在は隠し通せるのですから、私は待機していた方が良かった。
Making them aware of my presence may well be detrimental. I'm able to conceal myself in this house, so it'd be better for me to simply make Better? In what way? She's saying she'd be better off ostracized when the rest of us are all eating? That's not true. Maybe fine with it, but I didn't like it. It's not about logic or sense. I look away from Saber. We're going to go to the shed, so go ahead to your room. She doesn't answer. Turn my back on Saber, who seems unconvinced by what I said, and makes my way to the shed. Step outside. The tranquil yard is lit by a pale moonlight. The winter sky is clear enough to see the stars above me. I hardly realize I'm doing it. Tosaka's right. I'm contradicting myself. I'm heading to the shed to avoid Saber's room. I don't want to leave Saber alone. I'm having a hard time interacting with Saber as a member of the opposite sex, but I can't ignore her on my... No wonder Tosaka is disgusted with me and my contradictions. Crap, I thought I was only inexperienced in magecraft, but I'm also just generally immature too. I absentmindedly look up at the sky. The night drags on. Inexperience is all the more reason I can't skip out on my training. All I can do is keep on believing that if I work hard enough, I might someday attain something. Save the game. I think that is a good place to end it, because I can already feel my throat getting more hoarse. February 5th. Fate 6 Blade. That is where we'll end it. Tomorrow we're going to be doing some Night Rain. A little something to break up this visual novel reading. I might also have something fun planned for next week. Not entirely set though. We'll see. Until then, thank you all for coming. Farewell.